What am I here for? I'm a man, so I cannot let them tears fall. But understand, trying to get my head clear, y'all. This shit is on my mind. Asking for the Lord to show me all my signs, show me something. Cause I'm trying to find something. I'm lost, can you show me something? I'm lost, can you show me something? Yeah, I sit and reminisce on them niggas no longer here, and how I used to hit them all and y'all was always there. I sit and think how I ain't growing with my father there. No need to cry cause it only made me stronger, yeah. I watched my brother get in trouble with the law, and yeah, that shit cut me like I was sitting in a bar.
Yo, what's good, what's good? Let me turn this down a little bit. Let me turn it down a little bit. What's good, by the way? I don't know how many of y'all in here, but I done seen what Z already sent. Hit them high, hit them hard. Z, what you been on today? Like, what you been on today, bro? I think you've been bugging a little bit. Like, you just been bugging. Like, I don't know what has transpired in the course of since we last streamed and since you last pulled up the stream. But whatever it is, there's something that's off. I don't know. You might know. I don't know if you uncovered it, but it seemed like something off. Because the Denver Nuggets, I don't like to watch the Nuggets, Jokic allegations. I don't know where that's come from. I don't know. I just made a Jokic video about a month ago. I don't know what's going on. Jalen Green got Player of the Week. Oh wow, so coincidental. How long after I dropped my video on Jalen Green? Maybe about 3 weeks. Maybe about 2-3 weeks since I dropped the video on Jalen Green. Oh wow, I could have predicted. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say when it comes down to that. That's all I gotta say, bro. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get my due, if I'm ever gonna get my credit, but all I can tell you though, right? All I can tell you is that I dropped a video. He started going crazy, bro. Yo, what's good, Fabio? What's good, Fabio? What's good? Hey, by the way, bro, I told y'all Monday 15K. We still not at 15K. We got 29 subs left. We got 29 subs left. You see that all the way up there. We got 29 subs. I would have been breaking down my own film right here, right now. But we not there yet. We not there yet. You got 29 left. So y'all probably have just to wait till Wednesday. If it's not even there by Wednesday, it's just literally impossible. If we're not watching my film by Wednesday, it's impossible. Congrats on the merch. Hey, if y'all want to go cop, go ahead and cop. Go ahead and cop, because I don't even know if I told you already, but it's not going to be up for long. So don't think, okay, I'm not going to get it right now. I'm going to wait. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to wait like till like another month. A month gonna go by, that shit gonna be gone. The month gonna go by, that shit gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying? Because even when I first was like, all right, let me actually release it, instead of just pulling up the stream, having my own hoodie, I was like, let me just give some people a chance to be able to cop some, even if they wanted to. So if y'all want to go cop, go cop. International shipping. Let me tell y'all this. International shipping that's going to get done by Friday. I'm gonna try to get some shit together to where shit can get put together so that I can ship internationally, because there's a whole bunch of like customs and all this other shit I had to do. So just give me a second so international shit could all get done. If you can send it to Brazil, I could cop. I could try to see the best I could do, and I'll probably message you. I'll try to see if any of y'all from in Europe, international, right? At all. Just let me know if y'all really want to cop, and I can try to see if I can do some shit to where y'all may not have to pay as much. But I can try to figure something out. But let me see. JJ Redick is a dork. What JJ Redick do to you? What JJ Redick do to you, Z? What he do to you? I'm still questioning, Z. What have you been on today? What happened? I don't know what's been transpiring. What happened today, this past weekend? You know what I'm saying? You already came into the chat a couple weeks ago with the username that said make helmet to helmet mandatory. So automatically use a menace. Automatically. Like there's automatic. And then you changed it to what? I actually like the new NFL for the most part. Some shit in your mind has changed. Something has transpired. I don't know what, but some shit has transpired. And there's somebody I forgot to watch this shit in the Discord on Friday. My bad, whoever that was who sent some shit in the Discord. I think I told him on IG. Boom, I got you on when I streamed to watch your clips, but I couldn't watch it. But I'm gonna watch it today. And if y'all got any more questions, let me know. And let me drop this link in the Discord, or link to the Discord in the chat. Nah, bro's a bro. He's a menace, bro. He's a menace, bro. I don't even think you understand the type of damage you could do to a human being by making helmet to helmet mandatory. And for him to really process the fact that people going helmet to helmet, bro, that's literally like CTE in a snap. Like that's CTE concussion in a snap, bro. Ridiculous. And by the way, I also got some other news I'm gonna tell y'all. I got something else I'm gonna do. I got something else. I'm about to diversify. I had some time this weekend to brainstorm a couple ideas over some things over as to what I could do to continue to further help y'all even more in terms of just basketball, workouts, and all the knowledge I have. How is the best way I can be able to give as much of it out? I'm about to start a Patreon. I don't know what time it's gonna all be up, ready to go, but I'm gonna start a Patreon. And what's gonna be on there is gonna be full-on workouts, start to finish, vertical jump, on-court workouts. And I'm also going to have one-on-one consultations on there, film one-on-one breakdowns on there, personal breakdowns on there. So, like, whenever I'm going to get that shit together, I'm going to make sure I got certain things in line, and then, boom, we coming at it like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to have a Patreon very soon, and I'm probably going to shift the stuff I put on the YouTube membership over to the Patreon as well. And it's going to be more in-depth. It's going to be higher quality. And I was just thinking, like, all right, how could I do even more? How could I do even better? I'm going to have a Patreon very soon. So whenever that is done, whenever that is ready, I'm going to let y'all know. I'm going to make sure y'all stay tuned. And like I said, it's going to be much higher quality stuff on there as well. So like I said, hey, Jake, appreciate that sub. Like I said, it's going to start to finish. It's all going to have full length workouts, vertical jump workouts, just mobility workouts, maybe certain breakdowns in terms of just like different aspects in the weight room of improving a certain skill. So maybe there may be a movement workout that I might do. There may be a plyometric workout that I'll do. There'll be a jumping mechanic workout that I'll do. There'll be a ball handling routine that I'll do. It's all going to be high quality. That's the key to it, though. The reason I wasn't doing it before because I wasn't ready to really invest that much time to bring high quality stuff. But now I'm locked in. So stay on the lookout for that. Best breakdowns. Hey, indeed. Hey, by the way, I'm still trying to get better at doing breakdowns, bro. I'm still trying to get better. I'm still improving. I'm just been incorporating new little things here and there. So, genuine question: is there any actually like as I doubt they. is there any actual probably you could probably find some. On OF, but like I said, it's a Patreon. The thing is that when you hear those two things, they're both subscription based things, but in terms of what people use the platforms for, is the reason why you just got all NSFW shit on OnlyFans, and then you got people who do actual real shit on Patreon. So, what's good, P? What's good, Cap? Long time no see, Cap. What's good? And then what's good, Div? What's good? By the way, if y'all new to the stream, if y'all hoop, what y'all game like, how old are you? And then also, if y'all got any questions, let me know. So, let me get to the Discord though. Let me go, boom. Let me get some water as well. Go enjoy JJ Redick and LeBron is what your generation wants, I guess. Hold on. JJ got a podcast with LeBron? There's no way. JJ ain't get no podcast with LeBron? Or did he? Or they're going to. Oh, they got a podcast. Oh, hold on. Yo, I didn't even know. Hold on. I didn't even know. That's crazy. Hey, bro. Hey, all I gotta say. You gonna see me on there one day, no cap. You may fuck around. It's gonna be, I don't know what year it's gonna be. At some point in time, you gonna see DORX Mind the Game podcast. You gonna see me everywhere at some point. I'm gonna do a whole little press run. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta let y'all know this right now before it happens in the future. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta give y'all a warning. If it's basketball centric, what other channel do you really be seeing that has straight, pure basketball breakdowns? I'm not sitting here talking about nobody's character. I'm not talking about nobody's personality. I'm not talking about nobody's past. I'm talking pure hoops. And there's nobody in the league I hate, nobody as to which I even favor over another. Even though certain players I do have favorites, but I do not play biased when it comes down to it. So I'm just let y'all know that now. It's debuting tomorrow. That's a quick turnaround. announcement, boom, got it straight going. That's a quick ass turnaround. Hold on, let me see what y'all said. ASMR, I like, bro, Jason, what the fuck is going on? He said, he said, bro, wait. He said, you're bucking. I only use Patreon for ASMR. I like the ear licking vids, they be leaking. You got it, bro. Hey, what's good, Post? What's good? Like, no, for the most part, you're the... let me go back through. Podcast is going to be evil between the both of them. Sellouts. How are they sellouts, Z? Why don't you fuck with it? We actually get to hear Bron talk about basketball. We get to hear Bron speak about basketball. I think people are overlooking that. Man. That shit only going to last like 5 months anyways. Wait, what's going to last 5 months? Have you answered the question for the basketball channel? No, not yet. I'm about to in a second. I'm about to in a liggity split. I bet you LeBron will be saying a lot of cap. LeBron gonna be at a motherfucker. Jig gonna be lying his ass off, boy. And he gonna be doing that shit with a straight face. He gonna be chilling back. Like, you gotta understand this too, right? Anytime you see Bron sit there and he begins to, you look to the left, literally in sports psychology, that means somebody could be possibly lying, I believe. Some shit along the lines of that, where you're imagining something, where you're trying to really think something through. That's an indication. So whenever you see Bron looking like, just know what the fuck is going on. I know what the fuck he doing. Let me see the chat right here. Boom. Come back after 2 months and you still a yapper. Cap, we about to get to some gems. Hold on. I got tryouts on Sunday. Hey, Marley, are you already on the team yet, or this is your first time actually trying out for the team? You would think Curry plays like an old head? No, he don't play like an old head. It's just people who are old heads, but they hooping. It's just they old heads, but they hooping. Curry, what, 37? Bron, 39? But they hooping still. They still hooping. So I got to break that down. They don't have their peak athleticism, but they have skills as to which they could continue. They could be able to use that will translate even to y'all's game. Like, it's literally things they developed and things y'all could even develop, which is why I even really watched it. Free game on the daily, bro. It's crazy. A lot of y'all underestimating the amount of gems that's going to be in that video. LeBron is so glorious and handsome.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay, kind of a little weird right there, all right? Murray better than Trey? Jamal Murray? It's tough, because Jamal Murray got Jokic. If he gave Trae Young Wemby, then we could kind of see some shit like that and be like, okay, who's really better? But Jamal Murray is way more efficient, but it's tough to say because of systems and whatnot. And Trae is a little undersized, but I don't know. I'm going to listen to Michael Jackson. I'll see you later. Speaking of Michael Jackson, I think I listened to one of his albums in the gym the other day. Div Glazers. MJ after 3 months, bro. He's non-stop. That's for life right there. He listened to MJ for life. Let's get to Discord, though. Somebody sent me a bunch of clips. Trey is overrated. Is this 10? This shit don't look like 10 foot. Am I tripping? I don't know why, but that shit don't look like, that shit looks small. I don't know what it is. That bit looks small, bro. Pause. That bit look like a little shrunk. You know, a little, I don't know. But if it's 10 foot, it's 10 foot. Can't knock it. Can't knock it. Can't knock it. You know what I'm saying? Windmill attempt. Mechanics is off a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. The mechanics is off a little bit. Let me see if he sets another attempt. I'll tell you this. Whoever this is, how far are we into the stream? About 14 minutes in. Look, I realize on windmills and anything that requires any aerodynamic movement, right? Movement while you're in the air, you need to jump out further, right? You may think, oh, how am I supposed to reach the rim from this far? But you're running and then you're jumping diagonal, right? It's a natural rhythm. It's a natural flow of your movement. And so you just need more time to be able to do whatever it is you need in the air. And so, like, for me at least, you know, like the part inside the paint right inside the free throw line that circles in. That little part that circles in. Let me even see if I can find it on the court in any of my videos. Let me show y'all this right quick. I just found like a good marker on the floor as to which I need to get my plant leg down on. Let me see if I could find any. I just need any video. Any video that has that. Okay. Look. Where's the point at? Look. Right here. Found it. This is my marker. This is my marker. I was going back and watching some of my jumping videos, right? And anytime I need to jump and actually do something in the air, that's my marker. Meaning maybe this last hash before the block, right? Or if you got this line inside the paint, right there, like that's where I need to get my plant leg. So I have enough time in the air just to be able to do what I need to and be able to get up. And so this leg, of course, will be in front, plant, or block leg, and then plant leg, whatever you want to call them. And then I usually just call this one block, and I call this one spring leg, because this one's on the ground for shorter. So, but yeah, though, that's my little marker. And so kind of even going back to, where is it at? Down here. This video. Just jump out a little further. You're gonna have more time in the air to be able to do what you need to. But even when it comes down to dunking, I always want to tell y'all this as well. If y'all want to get better, bro, if his technique was better, he would jump way higher. He would also jump higher if his technique was better. But I would also tell y'all this when it comes down to dunking. It's cool to be able to just to do these run-up dunks and like, that was a strong dunk. But if you want to be an actual dunker, you need to be able to dunk in-game. And being able to dunk in-game requires in-game movements. Meaning doing a tween, and then you got about 2 dribbles to get to the rim and then go up into a dunk. Or you do a rip through going to your right side, learning how to maybe jump off 2 or jump off 1. Do either or both, you know? And so that's what you need, because getting those dunks in game is the most important part. It's almost like you're practicing for fast break dunks, just being out here like this. And in reality, you ain't gonna get that many fast break dunks. Hey, Mr. Peanut Butter Cup XO, appreciate that sub. It's a wild name. But yeah, his mechanics could be better. It's solid. I would say the part that's off is how he moves the ball with his body. Like his momentum and his rhythm with the ball in his body is a little off. What's this other one? That's a solid jump. That's a solid takeoff. That's a solid takeoff, because you can see the distance between the rim. You can see a distance. But same thing like I said before. You got to get out a little, or you got to get into game rhythms and game movements. Buddy was feeling different. Buddy had his, hold on, peep this. Hey, bro, he not even in the game right now, bro. Hold on, look at this. Jay got his fist balled up. Jay a YB fan. I know he listen to Young Boy. Bro. I know he do. He got his fist balled up the whole time. Yeah, he listened to Young Boy. We got a YB fan in the Discord, bro. We got a YB fan. Is this the same person? The games are from freshman year. I was on JV. Dunks are sophomore year. Happened Wednesday. No sophomore footage yet because of the transfer rule, and I just got off an ankle injury. I'll be playing varsity next year in 7 seniors, which leaves me room to take over. 7 seniors is crazy. Wow. 7 is insane. But boom, let me see if there's actually anything to really peep. I'll also say this too. I would prefer if y'all send mistakes instead of y'all sending buckets, because it's easier to be able to understand what you did good when you got a bucket than it is to understand what you need to improve on when you did something wrong, right? And so by uncovering the things you did wrong, it's going to allow you just to get better, because stress and like bringing that stress to that weakness is going to bring strength and allow you to get better. So we ain't got no jumpers. We can't get no jumpers. Also, I don't think we could get a left hand either. Can we get a left hand drive? Hold on. Can we get a left hand drive? Fuck no, we can't get no left hand drive. Hold on. Everything going right. Hey, bro. This Jaylen Brown cousin. This Jaylen Brown goddamn nephew, bit. Jaylen Brown nephew. Everything going right. Go left, bring it back to the right hand. Hold on. Everything going right. We don't even. Hey, bro, hold on. Do we even need to watch this to understand where he about to go? We need to watch this. Going right. Everything going right. He sent me 6 clips of him going right. He thought he was sending 6 buckets. He thought he was sending 6 buckets. He did send 6 buckets. But he also sent 6 buckets going to a right hand layup. Where's that left hand at? Where's that left hand at? Where's that left hand rip through? Where's that left hand rip through? That right foot pivot, you know what I'm saying? Rip through to that left side. Where's that at? Or the left foot pivot trigger step going to that left side. Where is that? I ain't see it. I think we got Jaylen Brown nephew in the Discord, man. I think we got Jaylen Brown nephew, bro. He 15, 6 foot going to AAU. I'm a guard, more film when AAU start. In my opinion, I feel you should be more active. He was talking to someone else. I was like, wait, what? Oh, he's talking to a different person. But yeah, he was talking to this joint up here. Some other shit I responded to. But yeah, you need to get to your left hand, my guy. You need to get to your left hand. Hopefully, this was his freshman year, so maybe I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I won't, though. Because it's as if, though, oftentimes, he probably hasn't even uncovered the fact of, oh, shit, I'm always going right. Nor has the defense. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he has that self-reflection. So, I'm going to allow him, boom, what time we started responding? About 14? Let me go back. Damn. Right there. There we go. What's up? I want to ask you how much it takes to improve your vert by 12 holes. We talking a tall task right there. Hold on. That's a tall task. Not saying it's impossible. But it requires one thing. And that one thing is symbolic of what this D is right here. Discipline. It requires a shit ton of discipline. And also requires a good understanding of, it requires a good bit of knowledge, education, knowing what to actually do. And for me to be able to tell you do 1, 2, and 3, do these 3 things right now, and you'll improve 12 inches on your vert, I can't do that right now. I could do that once my Patreon drops, and I could for sure, without a doubt, do that when my vertical jump program drops next summer. So I'll tell you that right now, but I could give you some pointers to where you could be able to make little progressions. I could tell you that most definitely. Let me see. GB participant. Yo, what's good, IQ? What you mean, GB? I want to ask you how much it okay. No major improvements to my default verse, so there's no. I think that's okay. So I would say first and foremost, if you were to just take improvements, take steps in the right direction to improve your vert, I would just say simply start off by jumping more. Just jump more. First step, just get used to jumping. Get your body used to jumping. Get your muscles used to jumping. And just by jumping, you will stimulate the muscles that's necessary in order for you to jump, right? And so just by doing the action, you're working on the muscles, right? And then the weight room part, that's a completely different thing where you understand what muscle groups you need to hit, and then what style of workout you need to do. So then this translates to actually jumping, because that resistance, right? But first and foremost, just start by jumping more, right? Jump more, and then you'll begin to understand. You'll begin to. I would also say do this too. Jump off 2 and jump off 1. Don't just jump off 1 all the time, and don't just jump off 2 all the time. Blend both, because if you want to be an end-game dunker, you need both to an extent. You don't need to be able to get as high as you do one over the other, but you need to be able just to simply say jump off 1 either foot, jump right, left, jump left, right. You know what I'm saying? Because the amount of situations you'll be in, you can't predict those. You know what I'm saying? So you may just catch yourself at a spot where it's like, oh shit, I gotta go left, right. But if you never worked on the left, right, you won't be able to get it. So I'll say that. For plyometrics, I always tell y'all this: sprinting will get y'all 1 foot bounce up crazy, but not enough of y'all really sprint for real. Sprinting is a great one. I would also say it's hard to be even explain some of the plyos I do, just because I'm not here to show it, you know? I'm not here to show it. How to improve one-on-one in order to get to the rim or pull up. So you're talking how to improve your one-on-one game so you can be able to get to the rim or you can pull up. Okay. So if you want to be able to get to the rim or if you want to be able to pull up, the most important part is actually getting to the rim, because if you could get yourself to the rim, that's what's going to get you to pull up. A lot of people don't realize that a dribble pull-up is somebody who's attacking the rim and then gets to a quick stop and gets into a pull-up. It's not I got into this drive and I'm going to this spot and I'm pulling up. It may be that sometimes, right? But you're not really going to see that from players outside of the Kobe, Jordan, KD, those guys who literally just getting out into space and like, yo, I just got to beat him from A to B so I can just get this shot off, right? It's not often you're going to see that. It's like Kawhi's game winner in 2019 in the playoffs against the Sixers. He threw it out into space. He didn't go downhill, right? He just needed to beat that person to the spot just to get the ball out of his hands. A lot of times it's not going to be like that for y'all, because if y'all just do that, it's so predictable. It's so predictable as a defender to be able to see that. And so what you just got to do at that point is to work on the actual drive, get really good at those angles, and then with that same angle you drive to the rim, get the pull up. And then if it's anytime you need to get into space, that'll be natural, that'll be easy. So I would say put pressure on the rim first. If you're playing one-on-one, drive. And if you see someone break their base, then get into that pull up. You know, once you see them flip, once you see them cross step, then you can get into that pull up. But if you already got the rim, don't stop. If you already got the rim, don't stop. Jumping with two legs are easier, and I think 1 foot is better for flashier dunks rather than usefulness like blocking. I mean, 2 foot does help with blocking. It helps. I mean, 2 foot is better for blocking. 2 foot is better for blocking. 1 foot, it depends on how you put the flare on it, because I ain't gonna lie, it is a little 1 foot bounce is dumb fun. That shit feel like you flying, but 2 foot is just power. You know what I'm saying? That's where you can get that like whole cock back, that shit is power. And so, like, it's two different dynamics, because you even think about the jump in itself. Of course, you're jumping off 2 feet. There's more force you're going into a jump with. So, of course, it's going to be a power finish. I should be dunking right now, because last year is when I started getting into vertical jump workouts and stuff and didn't know anything about it. And I was trying to do, like, 9 different exercises in one day. 9 different is a lot. 9 different exercises. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of workouts in one day. It's like someone had told me they got 20 drills they want to use to be able to do in their workouts like the other day in stream. I was like, yo, that's way too many fucking drills. You just need like 2, bro. Not even 2. You just need a couple game-like scenarios and spam them motherfuckers. You know, get your reps up. I was tripping, but I fell off. Why you fall off? I'm telling you, all it take is discipline, bro. All it take is discipline. All it is, bro. I actually meant how to read my defender and beat him in order to make that read. Okay. So how to make the read, I would say the dribble pull-up read is, if you're playing a one-on-one, it's going to be hard to make one of the reads, which is the help defender stepping over. And now it's like they stepped up so high, I got to get to stop and take the shot I have here now. And on your defender standpoint, right, I have a clip. It's on my Instagram. It's around where I did the KD and the Suns breakdowns. You go to my reels, you'll see them. And so it's a video where it was KD's dribble pull up, and you're able to see how Obi Toppin, how he did a rip through, flipped his base, and then when Toppin decided to flip his base, he hollowed him out. Right, there's a little space between them, which showed him he's trying to beat him to the rim and not to the mid range into a spot. And so so from a ball handler's perspective, it's like, I'm not gonna go all the way to the rim, right? I'm not gonna go all the way to the rim where he's trying to meet me and help defense is trying to meet me. I'm going to get to my spot in the mid-range where he cannot meet me. And he literally got the most perfect dribble pull-up that you could probably see. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shows like a 10 out of 10 dribble pull-up. Immaculate dribble pull-up. And so I'll say go watch that clip. You're going to visually see what I'm talking about. And it'll definitely help. I didn't know how to come and work out and stuff, but now I'm getting more consistent. Stay consistent. Stay consistent. Another concept that's which I basked upon this past weekend is that y'all got to understand.
What's up, baby?
Hey, Chip, appreciate that sub. Appreciate that sub, Chip. Appreciate that sub. But look, y'all got to understand this. I'm going to get back to this concept. Before I even say, what does DOR stand for? Discipline or regret? Like you said, you choose. Merch out right now, by the way, if y'all want to go cop. U.S. only right now, but if y'all international, wait till Friday. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make sure everybody begins to even know what it means, because like I tell y'all, it's a mental thing. Like my film, it's a mental thing. You gotta, if you want to be able to even apply these concepts, it all boils right back down to discipline. all boils right back down to it. You cannot integrate no new habits. You cannot partake in no new action without discipline, because you have to break your old habits. And if you want to fully break your old habits, you must be disciplined. You must simply be disciplined every single day and not do what you did before. So, what can I do when playing against faster defenders as a 3-man? What type of 3-man are you? What's your advantage? What are your strengths? First and foremost, what's your strengths? I was thinking, like, what if I do this exercise and it stunts my growth and I don't really know how to use the workouts correctly? Don't load high. Look, hey, Liam, do this, right? In the weight room. Do not try to lift for weight. Do not try to lift for weight. Lift for technique. Quality over quantity. And quantity meaning the how high the weight is. Right? You need proper form, especially being a younger hooper. You don't want to stress your system so much that you could then stunt your growth, because you could literally stunt your growth if you overly stress your system, right? Your entire like your growth plates and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? If you stress that, that's what's gonna stunt your growth. But if you prioritize form and technique over numbers and weight and your max numbers, like, that's what's going to be able to allow you to continue to grow at the same time. So it won't stunt your growth. And at the same time, if you eat the proper foods, it could also help it as well. So Pat gave me ass during scream, unbelievable. I ain't doing that. That's YouTube. I ain't doing that. That's YouTube. When do I go for my pull up and drop coverage, and when do I find the big slice lift pass? When do you go for the dribble pull-up? I feel as though that's something as to which I can't tell you. You just have to go out and see and figure out, right? You have to go out and experience and see, when do I like to get my dribble pull-up in a drop coverage, right? What do I like to do in these certain situations with this type of spacing? Because oftentimes, if you try to look for one exact scenario for you to do this one thing, it's going to cut you off from being able to actually flourish when it comes down to doing this certain move, right? From doing this pull up in this case. And so you need to kind of go out there and see, okay, I like to pull up when this happens, I like to pull up when that happens, and kind of play off feel more so than playing off thought, because those type of shots, you can't think them through every single time, right? You can't think them through every single time. And there are going to be times as to which is going to vary from you and those who you've seen have done it, and then even me from saying when to do it, because how do you feel when you get into this shot? It's completely different things. And so you got to kind of get better, not get better, but get more experience, expose yourself more to those opportunities and see what you like and what you don't like. And that's how you begin to formulate your own game. You get what you work for, not what you wish for. That's a gem, Joey. That's a gem. Mid-range is your strength. Mid-range, and how tall are you in comparison to, say, you said you're playing against faster defenders and you're a 3-man. Are you much taller than them? And then that's your advantage? How long does it take to improve my vert by 12 inches? Is it possible in under a year? It is possible in under a year. It just takes a tremendous amount of discipline, proper planning, proper programming. Especially if you're going from like your base level, it's definitely possible. How long does it take to improve? Oh, okay, you said that. You'll be more likely if your vert is very low and you're unathletic because you already have, it'll take longer, your body already strong. Yeah, because especially if your body doesn't have the adaptations necessary for what it is, like for the actual movement, like jumping in itself. Because even for me, like I probably improved mine by 6 to 7, and I came off of physically training myself to be a long distance runner. I was running 4 miles a day. And so now I built my body up to have a whole bunch of slow twitch muscle fibers instead of that fast twitch that you need to be able to jump. And also I wasn't accustomed to the movements and the coordination necessary to be able to jump. Like I wasn't hip to that. I wasn't natural with it. So now my improvement was just through the roof, right? And so definitely for somebody who's just starting out, who really hasn't built a base and built a foundation, you could get 12 inches in a year. Hold on, I'll get right back to you, stat. Whenever I try dunking 2 foot, 1 foot, my technique is not consistent. I keep losing the ball. Whenever I go up, seems like you must have like weak hands or some shit. You must have weak hands or some shit, man. But you said your strength is a mid-range. You're the same height, but people are faster. Are you even good at handling pressure is the question. Because say they're fast, you got to learn how to play at your own pace. So then you could be able to play your own game. Right? And so it's seeming as though you said if I'm playing against a faster defender, you're probably playing into their speed, which is making them seem even faster, right? Because even if you think about it, the people who guard Luka are faster than Luka, but they're not quicker. They're not as good at changing pace. They're not as good at using angles, but they're faster, right? Which shows you, okay, if I'm a ball handler, I know if I try to go my max speed all the time, my foot on the gas the whole time, they're probably going to be playing good defense, and I'm gonna get locked up because I'm going too fast to where my brain can't even process that speed, right? Whereas if you learn how to control your own pace, learn how to manipulate the pace of your defender, understanding the fact that they want to go fast and that's what they want you to do, you play into it for a second, then boom, you change pace. And doing little things like that will show the defender, okay, he could go by me. He understands how he can manipulate me with his own pace. So now they're going to play a little more conservative. So are you even good at handling pressure and playing with that pace is even the first question. Because once you understand how to do that, it'll now unlock the other things of which you're now able to do in the mid-range if that's your strength. Because you could actually process what's going on. You could be able to control your body enough to where I could bump and get into a step back. You can control your body enough to where I could, boom, get into a dribble pull-up. You could control your body enough to be able to read weak side help and say, boom, Euro, some shit, get to the rim and get a lay. You know, little things like that. Discipline in what sense, though? Like workouts and consistency? When it comes down to the plan as to what you need for you to be able to get to where you want to go and get to where you're here to be, most importantly. So whatever process is necessary for you to get from A to B, partaking in that process with no questions asked. And let me go back to the concept I was talking about before, right? This is really a gem. This should go on my story. This should go on my IG story. It probably is, right? But understand the concept of all people, right? Thoughts lead to feelings, feelings lead to actions, actions lead to results, right? But where a lot of people get stuck is after thought, and then they get to that feeling, right? They begin to play into feelings. You're like, oh, I don't feel good today. I feel a little lazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little complacent. Like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. I'm mad. This person did this. I'm stressed out. That feeling is what stops you from being able to actually go take the action, which will make you consistent and disciplined, right? And so I was just thinking, all right, if we got these 4 things and now these 3 things lead to the result, right? This is where I want to go. How could I be able to get there? And the one thing that always limits us, how could I stop that? I just take that shit away. I just take that shit away, right? And so instead of it being, okay, 1, 2, and 3 brings me the result, I'll just think, I'll act, and then I get the result. I bypass the feeling, right? I bypass the feeling. How the hell do you do that? You just do with no questions asked. The second you begin to question and begin to think more and more about what you're actually about to do, that's what's going to stop you from being able to do what's necessary for you to stay disciplined and get to the place that you want to be. And so when it comes down to certain things, that's where being able to use your mind is so important, right? You got to understand how I must be able to think. How could I be able to use logic? How could I be able to dibble and dabble in the ways of philosophy, which is just the art of thinking, so that I could be able to understand what must be done, appeal to the logic, and then do the action, and then the action brings me the result that I want. So sometimes y'all got to numb yourself with that feeling. Y'all got to bypass that feeling. And so you could directly go from that thought to action and to result, because the feeling is always going to fluctuate, right? The feelings are always going to fluctuate up and down, regardless of what the thought is, right? Because you could do things like always think positively, always see the good side of things, always see the growth of it. Of course you could do that, but at times the things that's going to creep up is a second guessing, is a complacency, is a laziness. You know what I'm saying? That negativity. Those things are always going to creep up. But if you always go from just thought to action, and then you get the result, you'll begin to be like, oh, this is what I got to do. And then you'll just simply begin to find joy in the process of whatever you need to do to be able to get to the place that you want to be. So that's just a gem right there. That really should go on the story. But hey, it is probably going to go on the story, just super condensed. But take that with you before, if anything from the stream, you got to take that with you. Take that with you. Just go from thought to action. You bypass the feeling. You just do what you need to. Go with the plan, not the mood type discipline. Boom, right there. Favorite nigga right here. What's your favorite outrageous speaker? Also do a breakdown on Tyrese Halley or something. I just did a breakdown on Halliburton. A few days ago. If you go off by like at a game before the end of the season or some shit, of course I may end up peeping that again. Or in the playoffs even, I'll peep that. But yeah, how important is it to listen to your body when thinking of doing extra work, and what's the limit? Speaking of listening to my body, we dumb far into the stream. We just dropping gems. But we need to get to this breakdown, Brown versus Steph. But speaking of listening to your body, I listened to my body today. I listened to my body this past weekend. I was at the gym, and Saturday was the day I switched. I was supposed to go in the gym and just dunk. I was supposed to have my dunk session. But then I was doing just my regular like pre-dunk session workout, and my knee was just feeling like a little weak, and I was like, oh shit, you got to be careful. All right, listen to your body right now, be careful. And so I then at that point, I got a few more dunks in just in my regular workout. Then afterwards, I was like, all right, let me see if I could jump. And I was like, nope, I don't got it. I don't got it. So I just stopped right there and then instead of try to push past that because my right knee was aching a little bit. And so I didn't do that session. And that's because throughout the week, my intensity was too high, which didn't allow my body to recover to the point necessary for me to get into a dunk session in that workout. And so now going into this week, it's like, okay, I got to reflect and make sure I drop that intensity so I could be prepared for my dunk sessions. And so I listen to my body then, because like you'll get those signals, right? Like your body will tell you something, like you'll know when something is off. You'll know when something just doesn't feel right. That's when you just got to listen to it, and you got to address it as well. And so so kind of even going back to what you're saying, how important, it's extremely important, because if I didn't listen to my body, I may be sitting here right now with the brace. You know what I'm saying? I might be sitting here with a brace. And so also what I did, right? I did 2 weeks of my second phase of my vert program, right? I did 2 weeks in a row. I was doing my eccentric phase, my decel phase. And I decided for this week, instead of doing that decel, which puts a lot of force onto my joints, my knee, my hip, what I decided to do instead is to have this week be a mobility week, be a recovery week almost, to revitalize my joints and get that back healthy, get myself back moving. Because one of the best medicines for injury is movement in itself, right? And movement and exposure in different planes and different styles. So that's the one thing I'm about to do this week, just to get my body back ready, make sure my hips are good, ankles, you know what I'm saying, my knees are healthy, full body, everything just fluid. So I decided to take a week off, cut this phase off for a second. This week, boom, I'm doing this little mobility stuff, movement stuff, recovery stuff, and then next week I'm gonna get right back into my program. And so, yeah, listen to your body though. Listen to your body. What do you think? You said, okay, let me go back to what y'all saying. Let me try to get through this. Once I get through this, I'll probably end up starting the breakdown. Then afterwards, I may go back. I may end up going back to the Discord after we do the breakdown. Let me see. What's your opinion on Bones Highland? Bones Highland is tough, but he needs the right situation. He needs the right team, the right environment to allow him to be to allow him to grow. And he's been on two competing teams to start his career. So it's tough for him to actually be able to get the experience and have the freedom to fail so then he could be able to grow. That gets difficult. It gets tough when you're playing with competing teams. You just don't have room for that. And so they don't got the time for that either. So it's tough for him to be able to thrive. So can you analyze short players 6 foot and under that play at college or high level? Speaking of short players, Chris Likes. Y'all heard of Chris Likes before? Y'all heard of Chris Likes? I'm pretty sure somebody recommended recommended me to break him down before. Pretty sure y'all got it from college. I'm pretty sure you're overseas right now. Let me see this other stuff in the meantime. Slacking. Talented player, bad situation, stat Clippers team. Chris Likes goated, bro. I seen he had liked a couple of my reels. I was like, oh shit, oh that's who else telling me to what you call it, break down. I was like, oh, I may fuck around, watch one of his games one of these days. Probably towards the summer because it is getting close right now in the NBA season. But most def, I'm gonna try to peep some more of the shorter players because that's who y'all appeal to more, and so y'all could be able to pick up maybe even more stuff from their game opposed to just the typical players. And so, yeah, I'm most def keep that noted. A good handle is a change the speed, change the level, deceptive with your eyes, body, good mover, creativity, anything I'm missing. Wait, Magic, you talking about Bones? You talking about Bones? His game, but he always seems to fall out of rotations. Competing teams is the only reason why. How you feel about the assignment of the Lakers game with bro, that shit was ridiculous. Hey, Marley, that shit was insane. I was watching, I was like, bro, there's no way. There's just that shit was like 20 minutes. The motherfuckers that got tired and shit, legs is dead. And like, bro, you really did that shit. It's like a halftime with 2 minutes left, but that shit was ass. That shit was ridiculous. Thanks for the advice. See you next stream. All right, catch you. See, because I could definitely tell LeBron lost the motivation. Yeah, bro. It was just like, and they took away his 3 at the end. He was just like, bro, fuck that, bro. Yeah, like he was just gone. Lakers would have won had they had AD, but they lost AD and they started going crazy. For Kundu Campazzo, he alright. He alright. Yeah, he probably not no league style of player. You know what I'm saying? He could stay in Europe just because the way his play style is. Because the league just you can't have an undersized guard and you need to be a scoring guard. And if you're undersized, you must be a threat of a guard. So you must be like a Darius Garland. Like I don't think some people realize like if you want to be an undersized player, you got to be Darius Garland level of skill as a 6'1", 6'2" guard or like a Jalen Brunson. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different nowadays. Have you seen what Kendrick Nunn been doing in Europe? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I have not been seeing what he been doing in Europe. When they took his 3, it started. Yeah, it just went downhill. You think his heel was out? I ain't gonna lie. I'd be looking at it. I was looking at it. Hold on, I got the clip, but I was looking. I was like, is he really out of bounds? I don't know if he really out of bounds. But yeah, I was like, cause you in basketball, you always move on the balls of your feet, and so you never did. You actually see the heel fall flat? I ain't see the heel fall flat. At least from what I seen. I'm gonna need to go back. He is a dog. Yeah, his play style just isn't for the NBA. Let me see what else I got in here. Let me go back to these questions. Let me get. I'm gonna try to get these done right quick, and then we get into this breakdown. I didn't play single. Need to change everything and start doing conditioning every single day. I need to play as a 4 while being 5'9". That's crazy. How can I play in the paint like this? What should I do? Well, if anything, fuck playing in the paint at 5'9". Become a stretch 4. If anything, become a stretch 4 because shooting is going to translate to all positions, right? It's gonna allow you to almost be positionless, and as you continue to develop other skills outside of just playing with your team, boom, now you'll be able to get yourself to the point where, once you're ready to be, once your coach is able to put you in a different spot, or once you're able to showcase these new skills you developed, now boom, you're ready. Be a stretch 4. Don't try to be a fucking rebounding deep like 5'9". That's where you literally just cut off what you're trying to do for the future of basketball for yourself, because no pro team, no higher level of a team is going to want a 5'9" 4-man. You're going to have to be a 1. You're going to have to be a 1 if you grow a combo guard, you know what I'm saying? But you're going to have to be a guard. At the end of the day, point blank, period. So if you're thinking bigger picture, you now, like I said, like you even said right here, you're going to start changing everything. Better start working hard as shit. Because it seems like you got some catching up to do. So and it could be as basic as just going to the gym and getting a number of makes up. Getting some form shots in, getting, say, 200 makes on form shots, then you do another 200 makes of form shots, and then for you talking about you ain't taking no threes. You need to develop a good foundation. Any tips for having a free play style and just moving around with your body and having fun with it while playing organized basketball just once? A free play style, y'all gotta understand this too. Hold on, this is a gem. A free play style requires a free mind. If your mind is not free, you cannot play free. Simple as that. Right? And so what does it look like to have a free mind? What does it look like to have that ability to be creative? Right? And now for a second, I want y'all to begin to reflect and think, how often do I begin to think outside the box? How often do I spend time in my own thought and I'm able to develop independent thought and not develop thought that's stimulated by that of others? How often are y'all able to do that? Right? And how often, even when you are stimulated upon thought from others, how often are you actually seeing what they say, questioning it, and thinking for self when it comes down to that situation? Yuri, appreciate that sub. I really want y'all to think about that, because 99% of people do not do it, right? And so if you want to even have a free play style, it requires you to be able to think free. It requires you to be able to also trust your subconscious enough so that you can no longer need to use your conscious to be able to make decisions and play basketball. That's when you're playing in a flow, when your subconscious is doing about 90% of the work. And then your conscious decides to interject at times and then formulate these deep level of thoughts so you can make adjustments and then go right back to your subconscious to continue to play and hoop. And so you need to have a free mind. You need to be able to think for yourself. And y'all need to begin to spend time by yourself where you begin to develop independent thought. Without independent thought, you're not going to really be able to develop your own style of game and be able to be the best version of yourself. You said Yeah, I finished Game of Thrones, Hanif. I finished Game of Thrones. That shit was cool. It was. I don't want to talk about it too much. We already done far into the stream. I think his heel was up. You can still see the shadow under his heel. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of crazy. How you think I can stand out in my trials for all the other kids? I tell y'all this all the time. Y'all don't need to put no work in for this. All y'all need to do is just develop a little bit of courage, which is just start talking. Communicate. Be the loudest person on the floor. Simplest thing you can do. You can do that shit right now. Literally right now. If you was hooping right now, you could do it right now. Doesn't require any work, right? Y'all want microwavable results. That's microwavable right there. You can start going on the court. Just talk. Communicate. Be the loudest person. Talk about anything you see, especially defensively. And when you're in that back line, talk to everybody. Right? If you're guarding the corner, weak side corner, you're guarding the block, boom. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure you communicate. Jordan, hi stream. Glad you can send that in the chat. I have a good shot, but I can't play as a guard because most of the players on my team are guards and they have a whole lot better at reading the game. Like I said, seems like he got some catching up to do. And how are you going to be playing a 4-man at 5'9"? Like I told you, it's going to cut your longevity in the game. Like it'll be a matter of 2-3 years till you're practically out the game because the way you developed your game. You set yourself up for failure. And now I'm telling you this right now. I'm telling you this before it's even going to happen. So what are you going to do about the fact that everybody is already so much better at these skills than you are? You must do exactly what you said you're going to do and begin to change everything that you do so that you can be able to get the result that's going to allow you to be able to get to a level that's going to prolong your career in basketball, right? It's going to allow you to play beyond the level that you're just at. But like I said, it just boils down to discipline. Boils down to discipline right here. Boils down to discipline. You have the discipline to be able to partake in the necessary action to be able to get you to that level? I don't know. It's a question for yourself. That's a question for yourself. One team is playing as a 4, about 5'7", 5'8", and around being 60 pounds less than me. I'm a hustler on defense, rebounds, by the way. Like I said, you got to think long term. Man. Bro, you need a new team if they got you playing the 4. Either you say, I need a new team, I need to go find a new situation, or you say, okay, how could I just simply get better myself and do as much as I can with the opportunities I have that's available right here, right now. If you outwork, all I'm going to say, if you outwork. Let me see if there's anything else. I think I got one more question. Somebody said, what type of food should I eat? Let me keep this simple, right? What type of food should I eat? I'm going to tell you what food you should not eat. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you what food you should not eat. Processed foods, right? Junk foods, meaning McDonald's, Burger King, Zaxby's, KFC, Popeyes. I'm talking Papa John's, Domino's. I'm talking cereals. I'm talking candies. I'm talking chips. I'm talking apple juice, orange juice. I'm talking lemonade. I'm talking sodas. I'm talking that stuff. You know what I'm saying? The shit that should not even be in your body in the first place. I want y'all to sometimes, I'm not going to get this strict with it, but if we are going to get real strict with it, if we're going to be as logical as you can when it comes down to nutrition, I want you to ask yourself when certain foods, if I gave this food to a Neanderthal, would they survive? Would they survive? Yes or no? If it's a no, then that means you probably shouldn't be eating this shit in the first place because it shouldn't be in our body. It's something our bodies is now adapted to the type of shit that we ate, and it's not something that's natural within us as human beings. But I'm not gonna get that far into it, right? I'm not gonna say, oh, you must begin to eat berries, fresh off the branch and shit. You must eat bananas and just water. Like, I'm not saying that type of shit, right? But I'm saying just cut out all this artificial food, artificial flavors, artificial ingredients. Cut that shit out, right? Cut out the processed stuff, the deep fried shit, all the stuff I just listed right there, and then cut that shit out. Don't eat that shit because that's not going to allow your body to recover and be able to grow and improve. Simple as that, right? Don't eat that stuff. And then after that, begin to just eat what you have available. Eat what you have available. Because I know some people don't have the resources to be able to eat at this high level, right? Even me, myself, I don't have the resources to be able to eat as high of a level as I want to, but I make the best out of what I got, which is why I'm able to get the best out of my gains. And that's why I'm able to get blessed the way I get blessed. And so you just got to maximize what you got around you. And so just by not eating those things is going to help you get better. IRL breakdown should have been today, but you see, we 23 subs away, bro. We 23 subs away. He's 23 subs away. At what? 50, bro. 50 what? That's gonna be next stream though. Subway. I was not even Subway. Not even Subway. Not even Subway. You get sometimes you got to think about how cheap you buy shit for from people and really really ask yourself, wait, is this actually why the fuck this tuna? They gave me 8 ounces of tuna. Why the fuck this shit cost $1? You know what I'm saying? Like that shit be boo boo, bro. Chipotle solid. Chipotle solid. Chipotle solid. But I would say be careful because their portion sizes are pretty large, right? Like meaning like if you get one meal from Chipotle, that should be like 1,200 calories. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know if you may need all that many calories in just that time. But damn, JJ Redick and Braun really about to have a podcast. I'm about to be watching that motherfucker like a motherfucker. I'm about to be watching that shit like a motherfucker. If anything, shit, if you want like a tuna sandwich or some shit like that, bro, go get you. Or like a chicken sub or some shit, go get you some chicken breast, cut it up. Like you gotta cook some food yourself sometimes, you know. I know y'all parents be going grocery shopping, so all it does is take a little bit of convincing. Tell them to grab boom, this, that. Promise you, you'll be able to get some stuff cooked that's clean for your body. And I kid you not, my best sleep, right? The times I have my best sleep is when I eat the most clean foods. Like I kid you, like bro, I think it was last week. No. 2 weeks ago, I had made a wild rice, like stir fry, right? A little wild rice stir fry. Put some wild rice in it. It was like a blend of wild rice, black rice, brown rice, a bunch of different styles, types of rices, and it just had a whole bunch of nutrients within it, right? And so I had that, threw in some red peppers, that have like orange peppers, onions, what else? Portobello mushrooms. Like, I had that type of shit in there. Boom, little stir fry. When I went to sleep and I woke up the next day, I was like, damn, I feel good as shit, right? I feel good as shit. Like, I was like, dog, I did not know that shit has that much of an impact. If I had enough funds to be able to eat that way every single day, I would do it. But it's just not yet. Not quite yet. Hold on. You said, how your dress been looking? Been clean, shit not as clean as that hoodie. I ain't gonna lie, it might not be, but I ain't gonna lie, I need to get my hair redone. I'm in low-key wolfing right now, bro. I'm low-key wolfing, bro. But let me get this post on IG right quick. We need to get to this breakdown. Let me get this posted up on the story. I'm gonna get to chat right quick. I know some stuff I missed. Hold on. By the way, if y'all ain't cop your merch, just know it's not gonna be around. It's gonna be around for a very limited time. I'll tell y'all that. It's gonna be around for a very, very limited time. So make sure y'all go cop while it's still available. I should have put the link in the description now I think about it. Or I didn't even drop the merch by the time I had this shit ready. But it's on my IG, DORYouchoose.shop. DORYouchoose.shop. Make sure y'all go cop. But I'm about to get this done. Boom, 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 boom. Got that posted. All right, let me go back through the chat right quick. Boom, you know, we locked in. I'm low-key about to get a new overlay. Don't say nothing. I got some improvements on the way. I'm about to coop up. All right. I'm about to recoup. All right. This shit about to start going crazy very soon. Stay tuned. Don't say nothing, though. Keep it on the low. Don't tell nobody. All right, so let me go back from where I was at. Chipotle be fattening people with they portions. Exactly. The portions be fucking people up. That's where you begin to eat to where you're full. You should only eat till you're 80, like about 80%, 85%. Because there's a what's the word for it? Your nervous system, right, has a delay in terms of the signaling to your stomach, right? So it's not like as soon as you eat something, you're gonna feel how much you really ate, right? Because it also has to get down, then your body, then your stomach has to, or then your brain has to like get the signaling from your stomach to see how full you are, and that may take like 10-15 minutes. And so people will just down food in like 8 to 10 minutes. Before you know it, oh shit, I'm full of shit. That's why you got to slow down when you eat as well, because you eat too fast. Before you know it, boom, you're not even able to see how full you really are. And then you just overconsume. But before you know it, you're treading water, meaning you're cutting weight that you put on from the day before because you just ate too much. And so now you're not even able to be light in your body. Now, not being light in your body, you can't be light in the mind. You can't be light in spirit. You cannot be light in your heart. And so ultimately, you cannot be enlightened as a person. And so that's the key. Make sure you cut down the portions. I'm always burning calories. You're young as well, Sayer, if I remember correctly. If you're young, like, you shouldn't be trying to force your body to put on weight, because if you excessively eat and put on weight that's not really natural, your body, the way you move and the way you're going to perform is going to be way less. So that's why it's so much more important to focus on skill and movement and just acclimating to what you have that's available instead of trying to get too much, because it's going to make you worse. What's good, Burrito? But yeah, I seen what you said before. Trying to fill out my frame a little more so I can survive in the paint. Get functionally strong. You don't need to fill out your upper body and get, like, you don't need that, bro. Trust. My appetite's been growing since I'm getting older. Gained like 14 pounds this last year, but it's not like fat. If you can still move the same, it's solid. If you still move the same and still do what you need to, it's solid. All right, it's solid. Also, just kind of reflect on what you're eating and all your routine to see if it's actually good weight as well. So. While we on the topic, so I was thinking maybe you get me set. But what would you feel about what you said about feel good stir fry? I said a wild rice stir fry. I don't even know if y'all know what wild rice is. It's the highest quality of rice that there is on this planet. It's just dumb expensive. Like an 8-ounce bag costs like $13. And if you know rice, they be selling them shits in like gallons for like 50. You know what I'm saying? But that shit was 8 ounces, 13, bro. That should be expensive. Like Wemby, kind of like Wemby. Work with what you got. Get functionally strong. It's time. It is time. It is time. It is time. It's time. Steph versus Bron. We locked in. Let me drop that down a little bit. Let me make sure the volume is straight. Make sure the microphone is solid. And here we go. We got about cool 7 minutes of clips. 7 minutes of clips, but not just clips. 7 minutes of gems. But first and foremost, I actually got to have the volume on for this first play. Hold on. I got to have the volume on for this play. Let me turn this down. I know that shit probably fucked up y'all ears. My bad. I want y'all to hear this as well. This is the first play, right? Before we even get to the concept of Bron. I was just like, bro, y'all got to see this out of D-Lo. Right? And so this is one of the very few times I got to put on the sound, right? So let me turn this up just a little more. Let me turn this up a little more. Turn this up just a little more. All right, there we go. Be cool like this. All right, peep this, all right? Hold on. I don't know if y'all heard that already, but peep this, though, right? Peep this. And so I want y'all to understand, look. Anytime you play off the ball, right, you got to continuously remain active, right? And so understand, right? Watch D-Lo. Look at D-Lo. He sets a flare. Bron's about to get into his action. Watch what he's about to do. You heard him too, right? You heard him, right? You heard him. Look. Watch and listen to D-Lo, right? Look. Flare screen. Boom. He literally hollered at Bron because Bron's focus may have been placed on the action that was transpiring in front of him, so he may have missed him, right? But he had to make sure he was loud enough to at least be heard in case he didn't see him, so that he could be able to get here and get that leg. Like, y'all need to open up y'all mouth sometimes when y'all open, instead of just thinking everybody can see you, and the ball handler could always see you at every single point, right? Sometimes you'll dead be open, but it literally could have taken a or just yo, say anything. It don't matter. Just get their attention. Like D'Lo literally just hollered. You got to at least say something. And I guarantee you're going to be able to get more buckets. Get a couple of those cuts that your ball handlers might have missed. Because even then, y'all know some people don't be looking. Y'all know some people don't be looking. So if you say something, they look and they don't pass it, that's on them. And it's not on you. But yeah, let's get back to this though. Let's get back to this. Let me turn this back on. Let me get that back going. And now let's really get to Bron. Let's really get to Bron. Slow this down. Now let's really get to Bron. So understand, right? How old is Bron? Bron, what, 39, right? Look, Bron's 39, pushing 40. But yet he's still cooking to this day. And there's little things like this when it comes down to his game that show you how he's been able to stay within this game for so long. And so on this play, you're about to see two ways that's allowed him to stay in this game. First things first, notice the catch, right? Boom. The closeout by Kuminga alone, right, shows that he's a respectable player from behind the line. About 42% this year. First things first, right? So now defenders are gonna close out tighter to his body, which is now gonna open up these driving lanes, but he don't got the driving lane. And this is the second way he's able to stay in the game for so long. Post up, got Kuminga, boom, fade. He added that fade away maybe 2018, but now it's only been getting better with time. And now I want you to continue to understand how he's continued to expand his catch and shoot game and his shooting game as a whole. Watch this going forward. This is going to be broken apart with some other clips, but remember, Bron shooting. I want to show you all the concepts that Bron has added into shooting that's just allowed him to shoot 42%. And so also little things like this. I want y'all to peep this as well. You can't see too much of this play. Look, notice Bron, right? You're not going to be able to see too much of this play, but notice what we can see, right? And so you see him run down. D'Lo's looking down this right side, right? Notice Bron's arms, right? As soon as he gets in the frame, notice Bron's arms. You see that right there, right? Biggest difference. Got all the difference because it takes Kuminga, his frame, it takes his shoulders, most importantly, the opposite direction of where he's going. And that leads his entire body, right? So that rotation now gets him off balance. He's got that pass for the back door right there. Goaltend got the two. It'd be little things like that. So don't try to always backdoor and get around somebody. Just be swift, right? Backdoor, lead them the opposite direction, right? If you're trying to go there, lead them that way. Swim move, right? Coach has never told you swim move over the top. You could do that sometimes, or just underneath, right? Just try to misdirect them and lead their body a different direction. And now here as well, going back to the shooting. And also, we got Steph stuff as well, right? Bron 39, but Steph is also 37. And I got a couple things on CP, who is 38. So they all be cooking. This is old head hoops, but this is not no 24-hour fitness old head hoops. This is pro old head hoops, right? So this is different things. It's two completely different categories. And so I even want y'all to understand this. This is one of the ways as to which Bron has expanded that catch and shoot game, but also most importantly, let me talk about this concept more than just Bron's catch and shoot game, right? Understand. This is one of the most overlooked parts of catch and shoot that Bron has added and that y'all need to add as well when playing off the catch. It's so overlooked, right? Bron gets this catch, but that's just not a regular catch in a shot. Understand how he even got into the catch and got into the shot, right? He got the flare screen, just watch the feet, right? Passes getting thrown the same way he's moving. He's utilizing his feet to give him momentum and fluidity into a shot to go up. And now that just gives a more smooth, more consistent jumper. Y'all must add that if you want to be consistent. It's not always about the mechanics and what's going on with your hands and your arms. The real shot starts with your feet. If you get a good base, if you get good movement, that fluidity is going to be top tier. And now that's when you're shooting with a flow. And now even look at this next shot, right? Look at this next shot by Bron, right? This really showed me, okay, Bron has been in the lab and he's been working on real concepts and skills of shooting. So pocket pass by AD. Notice where this pass gets thrown. That's a bad pass. And it's counteracting the direction he's moving, right? And so he catches here, brings himself back. Boom, he gets into that shot. Understand the concept within that in itself. Understand. Because look at his base. He's vertical. Ball is outside of his frame. He catches, stares it down, and then finds fluidity from being vertical and is able to get into a shot with a minimal dip. That's another concept. Finding fluidity in unorthodox scenarios. Bron has added that. And I ain't gonna lie, Jordan can never. Hey, bro. Hey, LeBron, the LeBron fans, I ain't gonna lie, they probably be watching Bron now and be like, yo, the type of shit he be doing when he get into his bag, it's like, Jordan wasn't doing that. They be trying to pick and pull at anything. The Bron fans. But even this too right here, this is not this. I ain't gonna lie, Jordan ain't doing this. Jordan wasn't doing this. But let me talk about this concept once again. It's a little different, but peep this. Bron really be getting into his ISOs lately though, right? His ISO bag, he's just been going at it. But understand this, look. Hey, bro, watch Bron. This shit was low-key funny. I don't know if it's just me.
What it do, baby?
Hey, Astro, appreciate this up. But look, I ain't gonna lie. Look at Bron, right? Bron got Trace Jackson Davis on him, right? Understand, look at Bron's size up right here. Look at him. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If somebody hit me with a size up this sloppy, bro, buddy look like Cash Nasty. But even look what's going on that weak side, right? Look, as Bron does his sloppy ass size up, and now he gets here, you got D'Lo, flare screen right there. Boom, pump fake by Bron, Jackson Davis in the air. What does D'Lo decide to do now? Slip out to the rim. They all in sync. And that's what you got to do as an off-ball player as well. Don't just watch somebody cook, right? Continue to move. Continue to keep yourself active and available.
What it do, baby?
Hey, T, appreciate that sub. Y'all we may fuck around and reach goddamn 15K today. You know what I'm saying? But Jordan never did that move. No cap. Hey, Bron was in his ISO bag this game though. He was cooking. I ain't gonna lie. He was cooking. And so even now, understand this, right? If you want to be able to play longer, you just got to play smarter. Because physically, I'm not going to just be able to blow past you and do all those other things I was used to be able to do. So Bron, right? Once again, he attacked Jackson Davis that first time. He liked the look that he got. Now, boom, we got the switch, right? And now I got Jackson Davis once again. Bring this shit right back out. Let me get to my bag. And now understand the movements and the traits and the habits of a defender at this point in time. Bron gets his size up, right? Boom. Lost the ball for a second. Watch Jackson Davis. Decides to close up that gap, but if you know hoopers, when you see somebody lose a ball for a split second, that don't mean they lost it, right? Because they know exactly how they lost it and gonna get it right back. And now Bron got it right back and got into that lay. And so boom, right hand, tough finish. And there's another concept I want to talk about this play right quick as well, right? I want y'all to even remember what I said before, but a lot of things like this is important because a lot of y'all overlook it. So, especially if y'all point guards, y'all got to understand this. This is something I will always emphasize because it's always forgotten. So understand, right? You got Bron pointing, go to that right side. Look at D'Lo, right side, right? And now even understand this. D'Lo is still playing off the ball. Jackson Hayes, go up. Boom. He sets this screen. Now what does D'Lo do? All right, I'm not even going to go set this screen no more. I'm going to leave because now Bron got his matchup. Y'all just got to understand spacing, understand matchups, so that certain things can transpire, because sending Taurean Prince through to his left side, making sure that he knew where he needed to be, is just going to give Bron space to do everything he needs to, right? And so say you did have 3 on this right side, he don't got that right drive. And now D'Lo just being there by himself, no help. Got that lane going to that right. So it's important that y'all get spacing sent, because without spacing, can't cook. You simply just can't cook. That was a tough block by Jackson Davis, but that was a good jump by Max Christie. You can't see too much of it, but I was surprised though. I was like, oh, Christie trying to get up. That's a good block. But peep Chris Paul though, right? Chris Paul has been a passing maestro for his whole career by doing things like this. Notice, right? Look at his eyes, pointed to the corner. Look at his body, pointed to the corner. But now understand, where's the ball going? Same path as if it's going to the corner, but now he throws it to Draymond, who's running the rim, so he could only force D'Lo to step outside of Draymond by directing everything to that corner. And so now Draymond is able to get there and get that lay. Passing deception, right? Understanding those little things where a defender has this much time, split seconds of time, like before you got to go and make a decision, they're usually going to jump out to where your body is signaling. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't do those things, it's going to make those easy passes and those easy buckets tougher. And now right back here with Bron. Right back here with Bron. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hold on. Peep this though, right? Peep this. Oh shit, what the fuck? I don't know what the fuck that was. But peep this, right? Look. Hey, I don't know what be getting into Bron sometimes, but Bron be feeling a little different, bro. He just be sizing motherfuckers up. Now let me get this screen. Once again, if I want to be able to play for a longer period of time, I must play smarter. Bring Jackson Davis right back up, right? Let me get this switch. And I remember the last time Jackson Davis, not the last time, but 2 times before that, when Jackson Davis was on Bron, he hit that little step back, the signature step back, pump fake, right? Drop off the D-Lo. He was on the right side, right? Remember, he was on the right side, but this time, he's on the left side. And so what is he going to be able to do? And what's going to be more comfortable for Bron being in this situation? I can now really use that step back. And I even get hit on the elbow, boom, bucket. He was really cooking, right? And also, 3 times, 3 buckets, same defender. That's efficiency. And now let's talk about Steph. Steph had a donut first quarter. He had a donut first quarter. That's why we was talking about Steph a lot. But he's another old head, bro. Y'all forget. Y'all really be forgetting. Y'all really forget that Steph is 37 years old and he's still cooking. And it don't seem like he's slowing down either, right? And so understand this, right? The reason why Steph is so good at playing off the ball is because where he starts. He's about 4 feet, 3 feet inside the 3-point line when he's getting pin downs. All y'all be starting deep corner, not initiating any contact. And what that's going to force y'all to now do when you get off these screens is to not be able to have tight angles off those screens like Steph does right there. To where now your defender is trailing behind you. You can now be patient and put them in jail. And now you can be able to get into shots. And now you know what defenses do nowadays. They don't rebound. They watch the ball go shoot. Watch the ball in the air like a shooting star. And so y'all got to even understand, if I'm playing off the ball, if I got a screen off the ball, I got to make sure I start. I got to make sure I'm physical to start, right? So now I must get further in, right? I must now initiate some sort of contact so I can set up my angles and be able to get to exactly where I want to, especially if you already know how you're going to get guarded. And I peep this too with Bron. Peep this with Bron. So Bron has improved his shot, right? But he now must continue to understand what it's like to be able to play with or play off the catch. And so in a situation like this, since he does get respected a little bit, it's not going to be, oh, I'm just going to be able to run off this. They're going to go under. I'm going to catch at the 3-point line. He's chasing over. You curl this tight into the paint. That's a bucket. Without a doubt, that's a bucket. Without a doubt. Sorry for that flashbang of the screen. These guys almost as elite as me. Hey, bro, hey, almost, bro. Hopefully one day they could be just like you. You know what I'm saying? I have a dream. Hopefully they could be like you, Dream. And have a dream that could be better than you, man. But peep this. Just really understand. Like, if Bron really added this into his game, since he does shoot 42% from 3, good luck really guarding him. Good luck. Because you curl this into the paint, oh, Draymond's helpless. You're going to have to pinch everybody in. Curry going to have to pinch in. Wiggins going to have to pinch in. Draymond, you got Kuminga on the chase, 4 down. And now you got Hayes right there. Like, that's a bucket. The guaranteed bucket. Guaranteed. But now Bron kind of just growing accustomed just to getting that ball out on the outside, not curling on these pin downs. So now he ends up getting here. Boom. Let's see what he decided to cook up. I look, you forgot what he decided to cook up. Oh, kick to Reeves, but they called it offensive 3-second on Jackson Hayes. That's what happened. 3-second on Jackson Hayes. You seen that call right there. Reeves was looking at his heel like, oh, did I step out of bounds? But Bron almost at my level. I think he can reach it. Yo, that's wild. But peep Steph, though. Peep Steph. Look, this is something I don't even think people understand with Steph. Right? I want you to understand. Because a lot of people think, okay, he's just running off screens. He's doing this and that, right? Look, understand. This is a hidden skill of Steph. Watch his off-ball pace. Not on-ball, off-ball, right? Look, just kind of track his progression going through, right? At this point in time, right? 30%. This point, maybe 50%. Now he's getting into 100% as he gets off that curl. So now he can get into more space. Now pump fake, and all he did right there was grind up the gears of his defender. So now he's so antsy to bite out on that pump fake. And now, wide open shot. He plays with pace off the ball, and he knows how to properly accelerate throughout plays, accelerate throughout actions. So now he could actually get open. First time catching live, what's good? Bucket Squad, what's good? If y'all got any questions about a play, y'all got questions about something, let me know. Let me know. And by the way, in these live streams, we got cool 40 clips in here. 40 clips. Instagram may get like 2 or 3 of them. TikTok may get another 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? Video, the actual YouTube video probably get like 15, 20. But here, this is where the real gems happen. This is where the real gems happen. And so I want y'all to even peep this with Bron. Peep this. Notice this. This is not even a bucket by Bron, but this is really a smart play. So understand, look. Bron on the pop, right? Watch this pass by Bron, right? A lot of y'all would say, yo, that's a bad pass. And if that was your workout, y'all throw the pass back and say, yo, throw a better fucking pass. But that's a good pass, right? Because what Bron did with this pass is that with Chris Paul already knowing where he must rotate, he throws the ball to Dinwiddie into more space and now forces Chris Paul to cover more distance and allows Dinwiddie to also get more rhythm with his steps and with his base. So now he can get up into a shot and can knock it down. That's a good bad pass. Y'all gotta understand, bro. That's a good bad pass. You know what I'm saying? It's not really a bad pass. And that's why y'all gotta shoot those shots anytime in the workout. Somebody throw the ball goddamn 5 feet up and to the right of you. Nigga, grab that shit, get back to the floor and figure out a way to get recalibrated and shoot it. You gotta figure that shit out, because in game you never get a perfect pass. And sometimes passes are thrown outside of your pocket. And so those are the ones that you really got to get good at. The passes outside of your pocket. Because when it's outside of your pocket, you have no choice but to use your feet to get to the ball and find momentum and find rhythm. And now here too. I want to talk about, look, layers with Bron right here. Layers with Bron right here. Look, this is how Bron has been able to play in layers, not just this year, but his whole career. So now he got the switch on to Chris Paul, right? And now with the switch on to Chris Paul, you're like, all right, that's a baby. That's cooked. That's barbecue chicken, right? And so now you could either say, I got another defender helped over, I could pass. Or if I end up doing this, which I added into my game, shoot over the top, I don't see you, I could get a bucket. Notice this next play though, right? Notice how he's going to play in layers according to mismatches. So now this time around, he's got Steph, right? He got Steph in the post, not CP. And so regardless, that's still a baby. And so in a situation like this, easy spin could have been done baseline. Easy. Pirouette, right foot, baseline, lay. Right? Easy. Right? But at times like this, with this play style, I must now, instead of always seeking my own shot and understanding I got a double that's right there, one pass away, I'm now going to pass up that opportunity I had going baseline so that Dinwiddie could get a touch, Reeves could get a touch, Hachimura could get a touch, and mentally, just by getting a touch, they all stay engaged. That's all you need sometimes, just to stay engaged, a touch. And now Hachimura gets that, boom, and he's usually the one that misses a lot of touches and opportunities, and now he's just able to get that quick one right there. And so that's how Bron's just been able to play and get the best out of all his teammates. He sometimes has to pass up the easy ones, right? You got to understand. He sometimes has to pass up the easy ones just for his teammates to be able to stay engaged and get touches and get looks. LeBron, the right play, James. Not all the time. Hold on. You got it wrong. You're so close with that name. You forgot one thing. Junior. You forgot the junior, right? LeBron, the right play, James Jr. LeBron James Jr. is the right play, James, right? LeBron, he knows when, okay, I ain't passing this shit, right? I'm going to get my bucket. Bronny, that's a different story. Bronny a little different, all right? So it's LeBron, the right play, James Jr. Mr. Right Play. Y'all act like he do that shit all the time. He does it strategically. And that's the difference. He does it strategically. And he still puts up 7-7 his first career. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm out here making the right play and I'm getting no buckets. That's the right play person. The person who's also scared to go and get their bucket. Bron has found a perfect balance between making the right play and getting buckets. But even peep this with Steph, right? Y'all gotta understand. Y'all really gotta understand, bro. Steph is such a threat from 3 that even when he gets off the screen, he don't even need a pump fake to even get a defender to jump. Hachimura jumped, and all Steph did was look at the rim like this while his body was in a full-on sprint. That motherfucker. Come on, man. It should be tough, bro. That's wild. I don't even know how Hachimura decided, why did you jump? That's the real question, bro. Like, fuck the fact that Steph could shoot. You've got to be able to do a better job at this player in this drop to read, is he actually capable of shooting this three at this point in time? Instead of just reading his eyes. Because he looked up for a split second, so he jumped. And with AD out the game, you got no rim protection. So that was just done by Hachimura. I'm sorry, but that's still kind of crazy. The fact you could just use your eyes and be in a position that's not even pointing towards the fact that you're about to shoot. So wild as fuck. Let me get some water right quick too. I don't know what Vando was. Wait, hold on. What was Vando looking at? Vando was probably thinking the same shit. He was like, "What the fuck is you doing?" I just realized that, bro. Be missing so much shit. But Vando was like, "You fucking idiot." But peep this though. Peep this. Right? Anytime you get a switch, right? Anytime you get a switch, like Bron does right here with Steph, the mismatch in the person in front of you no longer matters. How's the help defense playing, right? And now, what is Bron doing? He's reading the person who will blow up the action, which is Draymond Green right here. And so as Draymond begins to retreat after making the switch on the D-Lo and trying to guide Steph and be able to clog up Bron's lanes, what does Draymond do? Turn his head for a split second. Now what does Bron do? Bop, pass straight to D-Lo on that baseline. That timing be crazy. That timing really be crazy. Can you show or talk about pull-ups? If I have any clips on pull-ups, but I don't think I do now. If you want to find clips on pull-ups, you most definitely probably peep the KD breakdown, Kawhi breakdown, any of those like mid-range oriented players, DeMar DeRozan, like those type of players. None of my teammates catching that pass he gave D'Lo. I ain't gonna lie, D'Lo be catching some tough ass passes. I ain't gonna lie. Some tough ones. Like they be darts. And he still finished it. He got great touch as well. But even peep this, right? Look. Bron's got Pozinski on him, right? And now Hachimura clears out that corner so Bron can turn his back and not have to worry about the defender being right there. And so now Hachimura, this is just too slow. You got to get into space quicker because Bron's already in attack mode. And now Bron's going to end up throwing this pass now, and Hachimura is not even in space. You've got to sprint out along that baseline, so this could be an open shot. Because Draymond, he's not even going to go out to really close and contest that, right? And so now you have to pass that up. You give more time for the defense to rotate, and now you force and rush up a three. And now Bron's like, damn. You can even see him sulk. He's like, what are you doing? Why don't you shoot that? You see him? You peep him? Understand. He throws that out. Look at him. Look at Bron. He ain't get there on time. It's the only reason. He ain't get there on time. So that's why it's so important you get out into space. Yo, that Kyrie shit was wild. That shit was tough. You got to realize, bro. I don't think y'all realize. Bro, Kyrie hit a left-hand hook game winner from the elbow while fasting during Ramadan. I don't think y'all understand how tough that is. He had no food in his system. The last time he ate was 12 hours ago. The last time he had water, 12 hours ago. And then he came into the game, buzzer beater from the elbow. Come on, bro. That's tough. That's tough. Over Jokic too. Oh, that's ridiculous. That's OD. That was OD. I'm like, yo, of course. that was insanely tough. I know he ate crazy after that game. Boy, I know he ate crazy every night, dude. Every night with all the goddamn playing that's going on. And no water, no nothing. Tough. But Pete, this, understand. Defensively with Bron and also offensively with Steph. Right, so one of the things that makes Golden State so difficult to guard is the number of actions that they have and opportunities that they have. So notice Bron as a defender, right?
Fun guy, what's up, baby? What it do, baby?
Yeah,
yo, man, appreciate that sub. But notice this, right? Notice defensively. Look at Bron right here, Draymond. And so understanding that Curry's going to curl off of this, notice where Bron goes. He jumps out to that right so Steph can't get that curl into that shot. But in doing so, and taking away that one angle and opportunity, he now leaves another one open because Steph is going to continue to curl to the rim. And now he has that same passing lane, if you didn't even peep, that Bron has now opened up because he had to take away that first opportunity. And so that's what makes it tough for them to guard, because the continuous looking for the next opportunity. Even Pete this, but Bron, even at 39, pushing 40, Bron could do this all day, right? He could bully ball all day, get to these spots, and just be extremely physical, right? This is the 90s type basketball people want to see all the time. Be like, yo, people not physical enough. This is what y'all want to see all day? But if Bron did that all day, he would not be sitting here in year 21 making records every single game with every single bucket. This is how he's able to stay in the game, using this selectively, only when you really need to. And now once again, the same concept we talked about before defensively. You take away one angle, you leave another one open. It happens all the time in basketball. It's just that some people cannot be able to see the new angle, the new opportunity. And so now, these quick double screen right here by Draymond. Bron steps up to this right side so we can't turn that corner. Steph, boom, he splits that. Because the thing even with Steph now is that in terms of his development and growth as a player, one thing that has improved is his pace, his ability to remain controlled, and being able to do little things like this, being able to find these splits, stay under control, and just get to his spots. He's been able to do better than ever. And I'll peep this. Oh, I fuck with this play. It's one of my favorite, probably like my top 3 favorite plays this game. The top 3 favorite plays. And so Steph Curry probably is the greatest off-ball space creator we've ever seen, right? And y'all even got to understand how he even creates some of this space. I got to slow this down, right? I got to go 0.5 or 0.3 with it, right? I really got to go 0.3 with it. And so understand Steph, right? Look, this is how Steph creates space off the ball, right? Notice. Watch all the Steph steps, right? Boom. Left, right. At that point, he took all those steps in a straight line. But now this left step right here is where he's able to create space because he took that step diagonally, right? Whereas opposed, if he just continued to go in the line and caught in the same spot right there, he's going to shoot with D-Lo in his face. But now he got out diagonally, so now that's what actually created that space instead of even that stop and that move back. And so now he's just able to comfortably get up into a shot. Boom, right there, got the bucket. I'll leave pass, but I'm not trying to spend that money. It's cheaper right now. It's way cheaper right now. This is probably like $30, $40 right now. Like 30, 40. For sure not buying that. I ain't gonna lie, that's tough. Hey, yo, what's good? What's good, Tori? What's good? I'm pretty sure that was somebody who was on Twitch with the same name. Who just subbed. Appreciate that sub, though. I be remembering Twitch names. Y'all be thinking I forget. I don't forget. I don't be forgetting. Steph on his tippy toes and also got that extra ultra quick release. Of course, the release is obvious. That the release, you already know Steph release just, you know, be tough. Yeah, Onyx, that's what it was. That's what it was. But peep this as well. Peep this on the next time down though, right? Bron, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Bring back Jackson Davis. Bring back Jackson Davis. And this is one of the reasons even why Bron is even still able to play and be able to display his skill, is that they actually got spacing now, right? They got solid spacing, whereas years past, they all just would have stacked up crazy. But they actually have some capable shooters around Bron, so we could see him do some things. And now little things like this, boom, behind the back, we get to see a little bit of that bag work. They got no rim protector, by the way. And you had 2 stacked up on that left, I'm gonna go right. Obviously, I'm gonna go right. Why would I go left when I got Gary Payne stacked up right here? You got one on this side, behind the back, contact, lay, can't do nothing about it. Bucket. Kyrie is Kareem 2.0. Low key. Stephen is the greatest overall. I don't know what made y'all decide to come here and start typing that outlandishness. You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of wild. How important would you say shot rotation is because I feel like that's what I focus on most, a little too much. Honestly, I've never cared about how much my shot rotated, and I could still consistently hit jumpers. I don't think you could even probably even ask some of like the best shooters ever. I don't think they're sitting here thinking about, all right, how many times does the ball rotate when I shoot it? Maybe just the direction of the ball in its rotation, because it'll tell you like how you're flicking the ball. But like when you really think, if you're sitting there thinking about, all right, I got to make like consciously trying to think of the rotation, like you're hyper focusing on one thing, right? And then y'all even got to understand, in shooting, you can never try to sit there and only focus on one thing when you get into a shot, because now you hyper focus. When you hyper focus on one thing, you forget about all the other things, which is the 99 other things that need to be able to flow for you to be able to knock down that shot. So if you're sitting there always thinking about what your thumb is doing, what your pinky is doing, and all this little stuff, and where your elbow is every single time you shoot, particularly when you're in a game, because in a regular workout, you could be conscious of that and try to fix it if it's bad. But if you continuously to think about that in a game, you can never get yourself into a flow, because that hyper focus cuts off that flow. It's like taking say you got a pipe in the sewage system, right? You got all this water flowing through. Then the where it all starts, right? Where all the water flows in, you just cut it off, right? You just want to focus on this one part, boom, you cut it off, like you squeeze it, like you bend the pipe. What's gonna happen to everything else? It's not gonna get no supply. It's not gonna be able to be fluid. Everything's not gonna be able to be cohesive. And so y'all got to stop hyper focusing on certain things in the shot, especially when you're playing in a game. Like I said, in the workout, all right, if it is bad, if it is causing misses, if it is making me inconsistent, go ahead, all right, let me figure out what the root of this is, fix this, and now continue to go and shoot in a flow. But don't sit here and hyper focus, especially on something that really doesn't matter. So just look at the root of your issue. Look at the root of your issue. Steph overall, wicked. Yeah, it's kind of wicked. I don't flick my wrist much and it still goes in. I mean, if it's all about the result, man. It's all about the result. If I'm a Lakers fan, I'm fine with this game. It was close with the second. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If AD was there, they would have won. They had the Warriors was just getting layups and shit with AD out the game, bro. It was ridiculous. That shit was insane. My friend's saying I'm too strong to shoot. You're not too strong to shoot. You just need to learn how to control all the strength that you have, because shooting is about touch, right? Shooting is just about touch. How, and especially you need a soft touch. And what does it mean to have a soft touch? Being able to just have a high level of control of the muscles that's used when you partake in a certain action. When you have all this muscle, you know what I'm saying, when you jacked and shit, right, doing all these bicep curls, bench press and stuff, it's going to be hard for your body to understand how to control this muscle when you're doing such a delicate, such a cohesive motion, which is a jump shot, you know? And so you've just got to expose yourself to the shooting by doing things like form shooting, which will teach you how to just have a soft touch on the basketball. Because you could probably throw the ball at the rim from a far distance, but what happens when you get close? Can you be able to hit 10 straight swishes right underneath the rim? Once you can do that, I guarantee you'll improve your shot. And it'll be the same concept with someone like Shaq. If Shaq wanted to get better at shooting, all he had to do was improve his touch. People will be like, he's too strong. We just have to work on how well you're able to control your strength. That's all. That's all you got to control. So, and say somebody like Russ with fast twitch. You got to learn how to control your fast twitch. You saw LeBron James, right? Yeah, I seen that. That's crazy though. That was crazy. I didn't even know. I just peeped. Someone told me when I got on stream today. Bro had to go to full screen. Peep game. Love your breakdowns. They're usually really helpful. They help me get good work. Hey, if y'all got any questions, Leo, let me know. If Bron is shooting over 40% from three this season, then nobody is too strong for shooting. Exactly. It just take work. It just take time, discipline. You know, he's shooting 40, like damn near 42%, which is crazy. What do I think about it? What do I think about the podcast? I would say there's going to be a lot of gems on there. That's definitely going to be in the rotation. It's definitely going to be in the rotation. And whoever is here now, I told y'all before, but you're going to see me on that podcast one day. You're going to see me on it. If they still doing it, you're going to see me on that podcast. You're going to see me do a whole run one of these years. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see me on that pure hoops. No bias. No, this player did this when he was this years old. And that player, hoops. Pure hoops. You know what I'm saying? They called me Pat Hoops when I was in high school. because it was just hoops. You know what I'm saying? Tips for pull-ups consistently constantly seeming getting contested. I would say if your pull-ups are always getting contested, you're probably taking the wrong pull-ups. You're probably trying too hard to get a pull-up. And so if you continuously just always seek out a pull-up instead of allowing yourself to play off your feel and see when I actually do have a pull-up, of course everything's gonna be contested because it's all premeditated. Your premeditated moves are the ones that's gonna be like, yo, I never got this. How come this not working? It's not gonna work. It's so easy to read, you know. But when you decide to play with a flow and actually play and just see options and be open-minded, that's when you actually could see, oh, this is when I use a pull-up versus, oh, instead of pull-up, let me drive. Little things like that. You need to go on the next chapter in Baller's life. I'm going to in due time. Just know, in due time. Bron decided to drop a lot of gems. He and his trainer dropping a book about training in many ways. Now podcast breaking down is crazy. Gems, bro. Gems. The closest person we done seen to drop that many gems is me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just kidding. You know, I might be up there when it's all said and done. The amount of gems that will be of access will be. I might have the largest discography, if that's even the word for it. If I can even use that same word that they use in music, but I may even have that shit gonna stack up. But then outside of that, Kobe though got a stupid amount of gems. Self-glazing, bro. You funny as shit. Do you ever watch EuroLeague games or highlights? Nah, I don't. I need to spend time and really watch it. But the thing is, it's conflicting with watching college right now because I'm low-key need to stay tuned with college, March Madness and shit, both women and men's. So I need, especially women's basketball. That shit's low-key more entertaining than men's basketball. Bro, would y'all fuck with the women if I broke down some of those women games that are actually good? Like I'm talking like Juju, I'm talking Caitlin Clark, I'm talking USC, LSU, I'm talking those. I ain't gonna lie, I may probably start doing those breakdowns when those games roll around. Like that Final Four, Elite Eight, if they match up at that point, you know what I'm saying? Those, I ain't gonna lie, you're gonna see me watch a few of those. You definitely up there. Hey, and I still stacking. I'm still stacking. I got like I'm 1,000 videos in damn near. Why didn't you answer my question? What was the question? What can I do to stop hitting the back of the rim and it feel weird when I use less strength? If you always hit the back of the rim, I mean, it just boils down to touch. Just put a little less on your shot. You just gotta put a little less on your shot. That's all I can say. Because if it's in line and it's hitting back rim and coming back to you, or just going backwards off the back rim, you just gotta put a little less on it. It just boils down to touch. It's terrible now. We honestly very hard to watch. I ain't gonna lie. Men's college is, I ain't gonna lie, it do be tough. When I be watching it, just going from NBA to watching college, it's like, yo, it's tough. I've been enjoying the women's game more than men's. It is more. It is better. The right matchups. Let me put it like that. It's not gonna be every single women's game matchup that's gonna be really good, but it's the LSU versus USC. It's the Iowa versus LSU, Iowa versus USC. Those games with the stars on them, like UConn. You know what I'm saying? USC. Both USC, South Carolina and Southern California with Juju, and then what you call it? I forgot her name, bro. I forget their head coach name. Dawn Staley with her over there too. So you done with the 90s? Hold on, let me see what Flip said. You went from 44 viewers to 30 viewers, also going up now. It's crazy. Progress, bit by bit. We still not done though. You done with the 90s? I'm gonna have to revisit the 90s to really determine if I'm done with the 90s, because I'm not gonna do what y'all do and see somebody post a few clips about a bunch of sorry plays or some shit like that and look at numbers and look at stats. I'm gonna go judge for myself. We all need to do a deep dive and to see what did the 90s basketball really look like. Was there skill? Motherfuckers can't shoot. Could they really not dribble? Could they really not finish? Was they really that sorry? We need to do a deep dive this summer. This summer we need to do a deep dive. You know what I'm saying? Once this off season come around, we need to do a deep dive. I think it's about that time. Would you break down OTE games? I was really thinking about it, but it wasn't the right time for the OTE stuff. It wasn't quite the right time. Pete the offhand understand. God comes back straight to me. Let me see. How do I fix my shot? How do I fix my shot hitting the side when heavily contested? Why are you shooting when heavily contested? That's the real question. He said my shot hitting the side. Wait, when heavily contested, bro. Heavily? You talking? Then you're smothered. Seems like you should pass that, or you taking the wrong shot. Seems like you're taking the wrong shot, my guy. I'm a misogynist. I need to start watching, bro. Oh man. Once y'all realize you cannot fully maximize this life without women in the world, even a woman on your side, then you'll begin to, oh shit, I just realized a woman is just as valuable as me as a man. Y'all gotta, that's the misogynist shit crazy, bro. That shit ridiculous. To me, I think the environment you playing affects your performance in game. Environment always is one of the biggest influences in anything you do. First and foremost, environment. College is very interesting in the last 2 minutes until that, very hard to watch. That shit be frustrating, bro. Spacing be off, concepts be off. They be doing all this extra action, this bullshit flows. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. It just be difficult. EuroLeague, I need to start watching EuroLeague before I could do a breakdown. Bro literally just labeled himself a misogynist, which is crazy. I don't feel like OTE is, to be honest, not entertaining, but that I feel like, is it even that competitive, OTE? Like, is it real competitive? Like, meaning, like, guys is really going at it, or do people just kind of see it as fun and we just hooping and making money in high school? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it more so like, are they really hooping for real? I saw Pippen airball 5 shots in the game, and I'm done with the 80s. Bro, we gonna do the research, bro. We're gonna do the research. Bro. Have you ever heard? This is why I learned to play basketball with Les dominant, and now, hold on. I ain't gonna lie, Tor. I don't know what the fuck you just said. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. Women's college is okay, but WNBA, hell no. I'd rather clean the dishes. Hey, you will watch WNBA once the women who are in college now get to WNBA, and when it does get later into the season, I low-key had some of my biggest videos be off of women's basketball. I had a few of my biggest videos be off women's basketball. Maybe not to this point because I got some new shit blowing up, but I got some videos 15K, 20K, like even when my channel was low, like 5K, which is a really good view video. Even to this day it is, but like I had some numbers when it came down to women's game, you know what I'm saying? So there's definitely an audience to it, and there's definitely some interest behind it. Y'all just gotta be open-minded, bro. Y'all gotta be open-minded. Are competitive, they do take it serious, but it's like some of the rules are for entertainment. Like what? Wait, they got entertainment-based rules, bro? What the fuck is that? How old are you, and why didn't you make it at basketball? You look like you'd be tough. I mean, I stopped. I'm 20. I stopped playing after my first year, or not even after my first year. I stopped playing before my first year even started in college, because I was in a situation where I had no gym, and I'm a player who needs the gym because the gym gives me confidence. I was lied to on my visit. They said, okay, you can get in the gym at any time. Pull up the first day. You said, is Mike James league worthy? Probably he's just undersized. I just literally caught that corner of my eye. I forgot to answer it. But, yeah, on my visit, they said, yeah, you get into the gym at any time. First day I got there, I was like, yo, all right, let me get into the gym. First day. And then I ended up, I texted the coach, said, can I get into the gym? He said, oh, we can't get into the gym unless we practice in the mornings or one day on the weekend. At that point, everything was just like, yo. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know if I could be able to like play at my highest level. Had I had a gym, I probably would not be here, because I would have just been in the gym and been able to actually constantly focus on just getting better and get into that routine of just basketball. But not having that gym brought me time to reflect and be able to say, okay, what direction do I want to go? Not just with what I want to do, but just in life as a whole. How have I gotten to where the point I am now, where I had no natural talent, but yet I was the only person in my class to go from high school to college, like directly, you know, like on the COVID year as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was one of the few people to actually get offers to be able to get to school straight off of high school on COVID year, where everybody got extra eligibility. I was like, I know a lot of shit. I know a good bit of stuff. I know stuff that could be able to help y'all, especially at the point of y'all development. And so I was like, all right, boom, I'm gonna now begin to get into the field of coaching because it's bigger than me. I thought about, all right, if I could keep all this in within me and be able to play for a team and be able to get championships or play pro and get money, it's like, okay, that's one thing. That's cool for me, but what about a legacy? What about what I'm gonna do beyond just myself? And I always knew I was gonna coach, but I just never knew at what time. And before you know it, boom, here I am. I would say I coach, but more so a thought leader. I'm a thought leader in the field of basketball. So just throw me in that category, me by myself, a thought leader in the field of basketball. Let me see what else y'all saying. They have a rule for like 1 minute, I think, where every point is worth. That's fucking stupid. Hold on, that's stupid. That's stupid. For where every point is, that's so dumb. That's so stupid, bro. I don't know if I could watch that. That's not basketball, bro. But the league is so more focused on social media, like the rules. That's ridiculous, bro. That's ridiculous. They're having the games with 4-point line, bro. That's ridiculous. How tall am I? I'm 6'1", 6'1". But there's a recent game where you don't get free throws, you don't get fouled. Instead, you hit it against the guy who fouled, bro. I can't watch that. Never mind that. I have a dream that was just all-star game. No, it wasn't, bro. That was ridiculous. My bad, lack of ball knowledge, bro. I cannot watch OT. I can't. Good thing I didn't watch that shit. I would have watched me like double points. What the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is this shit? I might have turned that shit off. I would have just hit boom, hit my PC, turn that shit off, bro. Turn that shit right off. Please don't. I ain't gonna stop. Oh, do not. You see what this D stand for? You see what this D stands for? Discipline. And you don't understand what discipline is, right? You know where the word discipline comes from? I need y'all to understand. Do y'all even know where the word discipline comes from? Y'all gotta really look at the word in itself. Discipline. You probably just like, all right, discipline. I heard this shit all the time. Who made the word? Where does the word stem from? What is the root of the word discipline? Discipline means to be a disciple. And if any of y'all are Christian or at least know anything in terms of religion at all, what were the disciples of Jesus like? They followed his ways. They did exactly what must be done to be able, and just did it and ignored necessarily what they felt for themselves and thought more so for a community, right? Just more so for direction, for purpose. What are you doing? What's the reason for it, right? When you decide to follow a goal, when you decide to follow something fully with every action that you do, with every thought that you have, with the root of it all, you must be a disciple of the goal as to what you have. That is being disciplined. And not deciding to shortcut yourself at times. Decide to go follow suit with something else and decide to go left instead of going right. Because you go left, you're now going to make 2 more lefts just to get yourself back right. So you got to be a disciple to it. And I wear this for a reason. Discipline. Being a disciple of what I do, my purpose. So, got to understand. Let me see. If the league focused on actual ball and not social media, would be better. It should just be regular basketball. I don't know why they decided to do that shit, bro. That's ridiculous. Good word, indeed. Let's get back to this breakdown, though. We need to get back to this breakdown. And this is about to be done, so let me rewind that a little bit. But this is that Bron Lay, ain't it? It's that Bron Lay. We 2 hours in. I need to make dinner, too. Fuck. I was thinking of going to one of the OT games because I live in Georgia. My cousin knows Trey Parker. Get free tickets, but we didn't. Well, that show. I mean, it'll probably be entertaining. Power of Jesus real for sure. The Holy Spirit power, indeed. But whatchamacallit? It'll probably, most definitely be entertaining. One day I'll be playing the Spain Professional Euro League. Remember my name? Help me film study. No problem. Just stay tuned. I'm always gonna be here. I'm always gonna be available. I'm always gonna be at reach. So you already know where to find me. But peep this as well. I want to talk about this with Austin Reeves and just playing with a player like Bron. You got to understand. When you play with somebody like Bron, right, and he has a mismatch with Steph, so it's most likely that he's going to pass up this. There's an opportunity. There's a good chance he passes this up. And so as a player in this situation, all y'all got to understand, it doesn't directly have to be this. But when you're one pass away, you got to really work on shots where you get up quick into these rhythms, right? To where you're not sitting here loading up and allowing players time to close out and block your shot, right? It's important that you really get reps up getting that shot off quick, and then also reading the defender in these quick pass scenarios. The only good thing is that is the pro college day and the NBA day. Okay, I mean, even then, this should just be ridiculous. You really find you need some people looking up to you, need help. Hey, we still growing. We just about to hit 15K probably today, once I probably end stream or so. But we still growing. We just getting started. It's like all college coaches come to the gym and they have like scrimmages and combine with the NBA. Every single coach is got in the gym for that. Yeah, that's most definitely better. And the college system is whack. I ain't gonna lie. The college system is whack. But this play is not whack because this play is a gem right here. Understand? I want to talk about this concept here with Steph. So look, Steph has us in transition, directed traffic, cut, boom, Clay, get that catch. And now he's gonna fill out to this left corner, right? And now Steph right here, he's pointing, reverse the ball to Gary Payton. Let me get into this handoff, right? Let's get into this quick. But understand what Steph does. He just stays here. In college, players is already running up to the top of the key. They're already running up to that wing just because they be so impatient, right? But Steph, staying patient. And then what that's even going to allow is for the best thing to happen, because now you pulled in Austin Reeves even more because you got the ball into the middle. And so now you give it to Peyton. Peyton has no defender, and Reeves is now on a closeout all the way from the nail. Steph gets this, curl, pump fakes that, step back. He gets that shot off, and that is just tough. And one. Patience is vital. Need that patience. 8 subs from 18K. We might even hit that shit before you even slide out. I'm a guard and largely playmaker my whole life. As that my best attribute, I've improved my scoring, but tips for recognizing when to get mine, not overpass. I watched the Bronny vid you did. Okay, so tips when to not overpass. It's just
what's up, baby? What it do, baby?
Hey, Mauricio, appreciate that sub. But overpassing, you gotta understand. You gotta have a good feel and a good ability to read when your teammates are now disengaged, right? When they begin to now, when they're not really present into the game. And so like little plays like I showed y'all with Bron, right? Where he would pass up an easy opportunity where he could have spun baseline just so 3 teammates could touch the ball and one of them got the bucket, right? Because literally making a decision just mentally will be able to keep you engaged. Just touching the ball, right? Oh, I caught, I don't got nothing to swing. Like it just allows you to understand I'm also in the game. I touched the ball. The focus was on me, right? And so having a good feel of that and being able to see, okay, I know I'm losing this player at this time. I need to make sure I get the ball to them. Or, this player's been lost. Let me make sure I run this set for that player. And especially if you're a point guard, like you could really initiate the offense and work directly to that. You could initiate a pass, and then you got to be the one to screen. Let me say that. You got to be the one to screen for him, right? So don't try to hold the ball yourself and tell somebody else to screen for him, because at that point you may lose 2 teammates, because a teammate will go set a screen and think, he don't want me to get the ball. He just want me to screen for this player, and I'm not getting the ball once again. I'm just running around doing cardio, right? And now they're not going to set a good enough screen for the person they're setting the screen for to be able to come up and actually get the ball, right? So at the same time, you're losing 2 teammates. You're digging a deeper hole for both those 2 teammates, right? Whereas if you decide to say initiate a pass, remember what I said. All a player needs sometimes is to be able to touch the ball, make some reads, and be able to see the floor and make plays as to how they see it, right? So you initiate the pass to one player, they get a touch. Now you go set a screen, and you set a good screen because you understand I now must try to get this player open, right? You set them a good screen. Now they could get open, they could get their touch, and now you could just continue to just play off of that, right? Whether you're setting that screen, you may slip out. Whether you can set that screen, you pop out. Whatever it might be after that. Because what that's just now allowing you to do is to get multiple people engaged. And you're the person that's also getting off the ball and engaging the entire team. So like little things like that, right? Or it could be extremely important and just to engage your teammates as a whole. And that's even a question I've seen a lot of players come across and have just asked as of late. And so as a guard, as a point guard, you got to be able to read that. You got to be able to also, if you want to make a play for a teammate, use the gravity you have and then make a play for that teammate. Because like I showed y'all with Braun, right? Remember, I showed y'all the play with Braun. Braun could have done a pirouette on the baseline, got an easy layup. But instead, he just got himself to the point where he was able to pull in, help defense, and kick the ball out instead of making that attack. So you could just do the same thing. If I get into the paint and there's a questionable layup, I know I can make it. I trust myself, but I know I may lose my teammates if I continue to take the shot. Let me just pass this out. Let's get the defense in rotation because I know I got gravity here, right? So little things like that. It could be as simple as I just use my gravity and pass up the look that I may take as a shot. Just do that every now and then. You don't got to do it every time. Do it every now and then. Make sure they stay engaged. So, because you also need them on the offensive side, but most importantly, you even need them on the defensive side. And if mentally they're not engaged in the game, now they're going to be missing communication. They're going to be missing rotations. They're going to be out of place. Now shit's just going to fall apart. So, it's important. 4 subs away. Subscribe. Indeed, subscribe. If y'all not subscribed right now and watching, that's kind of crazy. We 4 subs away from 15K. And we're going to have a IRL breakdown on Wednesday, by the way. On Wednesday. The Thompson twins are extremely raw OT. Haven't developed them well. They just have MJ level athleticism. That's why they're good, not just because it's I ain't gonna lie. The Thompson twins, bro, you know what's crazy? They dad followed me on Instagram. They dad followed me on Instagram, but whatchamacallit? Yeah, if they really develop skill, like and really just honed in on certain, bro, I be seeing certain players, I'm like, yo, this dude could be nice. Like, this dude could be tough. But it's just, the skill development just is not there. I don't know if it's a trainer's perspective, but me being essentially a coach, you know what I'm saying? But more so, like I said before, a thought leader in the game. I see it as, if you are getting training from somebody, that somebody must guide you in the right direction. From the way they think, translate that to you, so then you can act and you can be able to get better, right? And so essentially, I see it, I put the accountability on trainers oftentimes, but even then I understand, okay, everybody's not as scientific when it comes down to the game, and say as like someone who may be like me or any of the other trainers out there who really have players who've shown progress and just have good knowledge of the game, right? It may not be like that at all times, and some people just don't have the capacity to be able to think in that manner. So it's like, I get it. But then on the other side, it's like you got to go seek out those people who know you can bring you results. You know what I'm saying? And not get caught in that hypnotic rhythm of just being with this person. You know? So it's tough. Diallo guy always trying to be smooth, but it backfires sometimes. The thing is, his movement style looks like he's trying to be pretty, but that's just how he moves, which is funny. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's so tough. He's perfect for spacing with LeBron and AD. I ain't gonna lie, he does be spacing the floor out like a motherfucker. Kaminga developing right now using skill with athleticism. That as well. You said they unfollowed you from the gram. What you mean? We even peeped this. I want to talk about this with Braun. Right quick. What year is this, right? What year 21 for Braun, right? Even in year 21 for Braun, you still have to build Braun a wall when he drives. Because if you don't, you're going to be put in situations like this with Gary Payton. Watch him, right? You're going to dig, but you just can't dig. Because once he cuffs that shit right here, he really should be a football player. And so he's, of course, going to get through that. No rim protection. And now Gary Payton's like, damn, I was right there. Should have plugged the whole thing. You should have just plugged the whole lane. But you missed it. And now Pete this with Steph. Hold on. I got to go 0.5. Especially as guards. The Thompson twins not following you anymore. They act in Hollywood. The twins? Wait, nah. The twins? I don't think they ever followed me. I said they pops that followed me. Yeah, they dad, not them, not the twins. Because he probably checked, was like, really? But he was like, they don't follow you. But nah, I said it was they pops. Because I seen someone follow me. I was like, wait, why is he only posting a Sora and Amen Thompson? I was like, Thompson? I'm like, this is fucking pops. That's wild as fuck. That shit was wild as fuck. But even Pete this with Steph. I want y'all to understand, this is strategic attacks. And so understand, right? Notice, when Steph gets right, understand the spacing and who's around him right now. Reeves got the chase, Dinwiddie on the show, Hachimura even on the show. And so now he just stays patient. And I watch Reeves now though, right? This is how you make smart, timely drives. When Reeves leaves, all Steph does is continue to move right. And once he's gone, keep that same split stance, left foot forward, tween, get through that arm at Dinwiddie. And now he's able to get to a lane, same foot, same hand, lay, tough. That's just tough. Speed that up right quick. Kawhi laugh? Nah, it ain't time for a Kawhi laugh. It ain't time for a Kawhi laugh. It ain't time for a Kawhi laugh. But Pete Braun, even on this though, I need y'all to understand this. Fuck Braun. Fuck whatever's going on with Braun. Understand this. Look at the time as to which Braun gets his foul call. He gets it right there on that bump. Why? Defender is not set. Defender is continuously moving. And so now when y'all playing in actual organized games and you see someone's backpedaling on you, what's going to allow you to be able to get to the rim and get a foul, get a bucket, or get to the line? If you just bump this player while they're not fully set. And now Braun is able to get that and one. Just off the bump into contact. So that's something y'all got to incorporate and get used to doing. Let's talk about CP right quick. Let's talk about CP3. Let's talk about CP3. Every single year CP has played, he just understands how he must navigate pace. And so now he ends up getting left underneath on the first screen. Christie goes over on the second screen. Now he's going right. Klay Thompson's also on that right side. Klay Thompson's on that right side. So you got no help defender here at this elbow. And now I can just stay patient, get into his fade, boom, bucket. And continue to understand, if I got that LeBron whistle, I'd be in the league. It's not a LeBron whistle. You could get that whistle at a bunch of levels. At many levels. But even understand this. Chris Paul continuing to utilize space. Gets left this time. Who's right? Nobody. So where is he going to stretch the defense out to and force Jackson Hayes to make a decision? To this right side, and he still dropped back. So now he just gets into that fade once again. Easy reads. Easy reads. And now defensively, this is kind of even crazy too. Give me one sec. I'm going to repeat the chat, right? But look, hey, even at 38, this is how you're able to lock down 13 seconds for defense. Look at Chris Paul, right? Pass goes to Christie. Chris Paul on this closeout, what does he decide to do? He stays there because as soon as Christie caught, he just stayed in the same spot, right? Or as soon as he caught, he didn't stay in the same spot, but he decided to immediately attack. He didn't look at the rim. And so understanding that, Chris Paul, I'm now just playing spots. Boom, you got nothing. I'm solid, squared up. Boom, once again, you got nothing. Right there, alone, off a good closeout, he took away 7 seconds. 7 seconds right there, off of just reading a closeout. So now, boom, Taurean Prince gets there, picks up the dribble. 38 years old, locked down about 12 seconds of the shot clock, and now they end up taking this. All he had to do was read a closeout. Just read a closeout. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, the shot clock shit made that shit boring as hell. I had a dream if I had that Jordan's whistle. I mean, it won't have to be a dream unless you put some goddamn work in. You know what I'm saying? Is watching Magic's highlights good to improve playmaking and basketball IQ? Magic? I would say you got to watch whatever player resembles your game the most. Whatever player resembles yours the most. And be honest. Look at every single player that there is and really understand, okay, who's best? Who best resembles me? So now you begin to you begin to emulate the things as to which they did that also relate to you as a player. And so you'll begin to pick up the same feel that they had. So that's the most important part. Kyrie game winner, it was ridiculous. I talked about it a little bit earlier. But Ramadan too. Ramadan fasting, no water, no food. That's tough. You get ads at the wrong time. And I don't even set the ads. It's YouTube automated ads. I ain't do it. How do you play against short, strong players like Chris Paul using their chest for defense? It depends. How you attack a certain player is not universal. It depends on your strength as an individual player. What are you good at doing? What can you take advantage of with this player who is smaller and just uses their chest a lot? Like, do I have to ISO them? Do I just go into a pick and roll because they're lazy when they get hit with a screen? Or I get into handoffs? Do I play off the ball, pin downs, off ball screens? Like, doing more things than just having to ISO, right? You don't have to always ISO every single player. And there is a way you could ISO every single player, but your bag has to be deep enough to be able to do so, right? Your bag has to be deep enough to do so. Like, you have to develop a bag for every single style of defender, understanding how you play as a player and how you move. But that's layers that's beyond as to which I could even try to dive into right now. We could be here for hours. I could write a book on that. I may even write a book on that. How to build a bag for every single defender. And I'm going to have a list of every single defender in NBA history. Not every single defender, but notable defenders and notable defending styles. How to attack this defending style from a certain perspective. That would be a fucking 500-page book. That would be a hooping dictionary. That should be Webster's hoop book. That should be ridiculous. That should be insane. But I may actually end up doing that one in the future. Be crazy. But even understand this with Bron as well. Look, this is a luxury Bron has had now. He gets this catch. Notice what Klay Thompson does. Step out the paint. When Darvin Ham decides not to put these defensive lineups out and actually put in players who could shoot the ball, Bron has lanes to attack. Whether you want to go left or want to go right, because you got D'Lo on that left side, Draymond won't help, right? He actually has space, and now he could just get easy buckets, boom, and one. So all these Vando, Cam Reddish, Taurean Prince, 3 in the same lineup, that shit is weak. Don't do that shit no more, bro. We can't see Bron cook if you continue to do that. And the team is still worse because you can't score. Think all that defense work? That shit not gonna work. 2 more subs indeed. Magic had 1. Bro, y'all really done with the 80s, bro? Y'all done with the 80s, done with the 90s? It's crazy how LeBron's become knocked down 3-point shooter. 42%. 42%. I'll pay 100 for that book. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm going to develop that shit crazy. Bro, it's literally going to be decades in the making. Hey, Kino 2X, appreciate that sub. 999. But it's going to be decades in the making, bro. I don't even know if I'll make this shit like anytime soon. But as I just continue to learn, continue to just jot stuff down, that shit gonna come together. That shit gonna come together. This is gonna be one of the craziest shits you've ever seen in the sport of basketball. But understand this. Peep this with Bron, right? This is the one thing all y'all could get from Bron, regardless if you 6'9", fucking 250, or you 5'9", 150, right? Understand, right? It's not about how well he gets through contact and finishes. It's how he finishes. Left hand at that. Y'all need that left. Y'all need it. And that's a skill of Bron's as to which people overlook because they see athleticism, but yet when he gets to the rim, he finishing both hands, inside hand, outside hand, high off the glass, float, don't matter, both hands. Y'all could pick that same stuff up as well, but be careful with the left hand float or offhand float. Be careful with the offhand float. Jordan needs that left. Jordan had no left. I didn't know if Jordan had no left. I got to see for myself. I can't always trust the words. We have to do the research. Like I told y'all, we got to go back and do our own research. That's why Bron the GOAT. Jordan had no left. That's wild as fuck. But peep this though. With Bron. Same concept defensively. This is what makes Golden State so difficult to guard. You got Bron guarding Draymond, right? And now at this point, you got Kuminga on a slip. And so what does Bron do? He jumps out and takes away that slip. But guess what? When Bron takes away that, he left the angle for this, which is Steph Curry getting right here for that weak-ass, bullshit-ass dunk. That shit don't count, by the way. But it's still 2 points, so he threw it. He laid that bitch in and grabbed the rim. Shit don't count, brother. Keep that straight. It don't count, bro. All right, don't count. But regardless, though, that's what makes him so tough to guard, bro. That shit difficult. It's difficult. You watch Jimmy High Roller videos? I ain't gonna lie, I hardly watch any videos that don't have anything to do with me expanding my knowledge. I ain't gonna lie, 15K. Y'all getting that breakdown next stream. 15K right there. IRL breakdown next stream. So make sure y'all tuned in. It's probably gonna be the first thing we do. And it's not a long breakdown. I told you I scored 15 out of 15. Got ugly. But like I said though, I only watch things that have to do with me improving knowledge, and increasing my level of wisdom, increasing my capacity to think. That's what I usually tend to watch. So I hardly watch anything that's just chilling. I'm just kick back, chilling, just relaxing. I would debrief at times, like may watch a show, but that's like 30 minutes. Then I'm right back to it. Right back to business. And if there's anything y'all like, oh, what type of stuff do you watch exactly? What could I watch? The best thing I could recommend y'all watch that will force y'all to think is High Level Conversations with 19 Keys. In terms of just knowledge and forcing you to think and improving how you perceive things and just your level of understanding, that's the way to go. High level conversations. High level conversations. Congrats. Hey, that's all y'all. All y'all who hit the sub decide to say, okay, boy, I'm going to tune in every single time. That 15K is y'all. That 15K is y'all. And most importantly, it's not even just y'all. It's not even just me. That's God. That's God. It's not even just me. But even Pete, we getting close to the end of this breakdown. We got a few more clips. We got a few more clips for the end of this game. 15 and 15. Zion had a 15 out of 15. I don't even know. But understand this as well. Same concept. The difficulty of Golden State. You got Reeves on the trail. Bron jumps out to take away Curry. Boom. No AD down there. So Draymond ready to go get a lay right quick. AD was there. It's a different game. Different game. No giveaway. Hold on. I have not even told y'all. First and foremost, I'm probably going to give away 2 hoodies. I'm going to give away 2 hoodies. I think I may give away 2 Wilson Evolution indoor basketballs. And I may give away another pair of shoes. So whenever that shit get posted, make sure y'all stay tuned. I don't know why, but I never said it. Like, I've been like, okay, I need to make sure I get this stuff ready. But that shit I'm giving some shit out though. I'm giving some shit out. So make sure y'all stay tuned for whenever it drop. And by the way, this shit is not cheap. This shit not cheap. But I gotta give. You always gotta give so you can get. You gotta always remember that. So I know somebody gonna need that $80 for the basketballs, whatever it is, more than I even need it for myself. So merch give on IG, yeah, IG, peep IG, go peep IG, go comment, share, and then whoever does, they're gonna be in the giveaway. So I'm gonna make sure I'm in tune for that. Shoes. Hold on. Shoes giveaway. Yeah, I may end up give away a pair of shoes as well. I may buy somebody a pair of Jaws or some shit like that. So the same Jaws I got, the Christmas EP. So some shit like that I know is a good pair of shoes. I haven't been betting, Cap. Yeah, I got a website, Peanut Butter Complex. I got a website. It's just right now it's only US. So if you're in US, you can definitely go cop DORYouchoose.shop. DORYouchoose.shop. Make sure y'all go get y'all merch if you're in the US for right now. And then if not, whatchamacallit. Let me even drop the link in the chat. Why do I not put the link in the chat? I'm bugging. Did it even pop up? Let me see if you copy and paste it, will it work? Boom, right there. It doesn't connect the link, but you can at least copy and paste that. Copy and paste that. Copy and paste that. Copy and paste it. Make sure you copy and paste. Copy and paste that. Let me get right back to the breakdown, though. Let's get right back to it. By the way, yours popped up? Bet that. I'm gonna low-key replace the pin message. Can't you replace the pin message? Hold on. This shit bugging. Let me put the pin. Let me pin this. There we go. Or just type it out. It's an easy add link, by the way. It's an easy add link anyway, so y'all don't got it. It's not like it's super complex. It's not like I got the whole URL in that motherfucker. I replaced it though. But Pete, does even going back on the other side though. Got US to 15K, so I should be on the radar for the giveaway. Stay tuned for the giveaway. Stay tuned for the giveaway. Stay tuned for the giveaway. Right? Understand, regardless of the bucket, coming back, I gotta get mines back. It's little change of paces like this, right? That'll set up everything. Because that skip, Draymond steps up. He steps up right into Torian Prince. He's late. They can't do shit about it. Twos can't do shit about it. And I'll peep this. I want to talk about this for a second. Look, I ain't gonna lie. This is one of the times where it's a good thing to have somebody who's selfish on your team. Because look at what Austin Reeves and D'Lo do right here. He catches, fooled by the bait, fooled by the bait, and now you just give Draymond more time to get into the play. Now D'Lo arrests that shot. So one of the motherfuckers should have already shot it. Reed should have shot the first one. Boom, just take that first one. You know what I'm saying? That's where it sucks. It's like, ah, damn, they hesitated, and we needed that bucket. We needed a good quality look. Hold on though. This play, hold on. Bron was low-key getting mixy this play. I don't know what I told y'all before. I don't know what was getting into Bron, but this season, like, Bron's full skill is on display. Like, even little shit like this, tween behind the back. It was a little sloppy. He did lose it, but it's about the bounce back game though. The bounce back, right? He lost it. Now he picks up Wiggins. And understand, 250, 260, don't matter if I'm pushing 40. I'm still could play bully ball, right? Boom, bump, boom, bump. Just too little. Drop step, lay. Easy. Still dominating, pushing 40. Crazy. And now here too. Bron, wild the fuck. He said Bron got no bag. Hey, point guards, pay attention. Point guards, pay attention. Point guards, pay attention. Understand. This is what it looks like to be a point guard. Watch Steph. Look. Come up. Get right here. Now, stay down. All right? You stay out there. But actually, as a matter of fact, come a little higher, right? Tells Wiggins to get up a little higher. All this, right? He's telling everybody where they need to go, because the point guard on the floor is like the teacher. They're the instructor. They make sure everybody is where they need to be before they start to do something, before they get into an action. And now Steph did all that work, right? He got everybody to where he needed to be, and guess what he got as a reward? An easy layup, because he got everybody exactly where he needed to be. Wiggins out that corner, Jackson Hayes playing help on the elbow, not at the block, so now I got a layup, no rim protection. Got to play smart. You got to also know where everybody must be. You got to have that IQ. And here too, hold on. This is that shot. This is the shot. This is the shot. I ain't gonna lie. This shot by Bron, I was like, okay. Bron been on some shit. He just been working on skill. I'm like, yo, they low key waved it off, but regardless though, that's a crazy tough bucket. That's a crazy tough bucket. And if we being real, right? If we being real, is that out? How is that out? Like, really, be honest, bro. Is that out? You can see the shadow underneath his heel, meaning his heel don't touch the ground. I don't know, bro. I think they just said, fuck it. We just gonna say it's out of bounds. That's out. Hey, bro. I see the shadow. I see the shadow, bro. I see the shadow. And he hit that shit too. And so at this point, right, you had this whole clock issue. Game stopped for 20 minutes. Everybody legs dead. Boom, they tired as shit, right? So now Bron ends up getting to a point where, all right, we just get back into the game. It's like, this is like the first play of a pickup game, right? And everybody barely even warmed up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really warmed up for real. And so now Steph gets on to Bron. Bron tried to cook up, but the first time ever, I think this might be the first time we've ever seen this, Steph just ripped LeBron. Steph just ripped LeBron. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta put an asterisk next to that right there, because I don't know if I can say that. But what I can say is we about to be out of here. We're gonna be live again on Wednesday. Make sure that y'all got your noties on, because I'm breaking down me. I'm breaking down me for the first time. Actually, this is the second time. But as of late, recent hoops. So make sure y'all stay tuned for Wednesday's stream, because that's the first time y'all gonna see at least a somewhat recent version of me hooping. So online, that's why Dylan Brooks is the GOAT. Cap, chill with Dylan Brooks, man. Chill with Dylan Brooks. What you think? Oh, we can't even talk about that right now. I gotta go. I gotta get dinner. I gotta make food. We about to be out of here. Wednesday, we gonna be sliding back on stream. Make sure who we breaking down, myself and some other stuff. I don't know what's gonna be going on, but make sure that y'all do what y'all need to do before you even get to that. Make sure y'all sacrifice your present self and invest into your future self, and do everything you need to do to be able to get to where you're here to be. So discipline or regret.